What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekly comic wrap up. It is episode 124, the show where we bring you the FOC picks of the week by our brother Lefteros, and then we hit the aftermarket by checking the market report, and we bring it home with some hot topics. Yes, there's a lot of hot topics, guys. What a week, man! It was so strange. Went from like celebrations galore on our side of town, got to hang out with Comic Legion celebrating their 2-year anniversary. And as you know, tonight's guest is also part of Comic Legion. He's none other than
Chia.
That's right, Chia, baby. He's going to be joining us in just a sec. But yeah, man, big losses this week. I don't know. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I see you guys in the chat, obviously talking about Sam Keith. We all know on the Max Pit. Marvel Comics Presents, dude, wow. I had no idea what he was going through. I was talking with Michael Baker, and I'm like, dude, do you know what the cause was? And he told me. I was like, wow. And then I saw the articles, and that caught me off guard. Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer as well, and dude, Chuck Norris, like. Chuck Norris. By no means did I ever think that day would come, but here we are. Chuck Norris, man. Dude, there were comments on the Chuck Norris thing, like all the posts and everything. People still dropping hilarious things, even with the circumstance, but like it was pretty funny. How, like, 86 died at the age of Chuck Norris type thing. Like, Chuck Norris will always be remembered as inevitable. Even though he is gone, he's immortal. And the guy has left a hell of a legacy behind. And, obviously so did Sam Keith. It's just been a wild week. But condolences to all of their families for sure. Big losses all around. But yeah. Let's get into tonight's show. There's a lot to talk about. Before we get into it, though, I do want to shout out HANNA Auctions, because HANNA Auctions is a supporter of this channel. They're doing amazing things over on Auctions.ca. Guys, you can bid on all crazy items such as sports and trading cards. There's toys, there's collectibles, machinery, vehicles. You can find it all at HANNA Auctions, man. Keep an eye out, because they have constant bangers, which I have to show you guys something, not tonight, but I will show you eventually, because HANNA Auctions, dude, the stuff that is on that site, it is so hard to resist. So go check it out. I know that normally they have a theme every week when it comes to the collectible stuff. So whether it be sports cards that you're looking into, if you want toys or comic books, they've got it all. So make sure to check it out. I spoke about them. I saw them on Sunday. Yeah. No, sorry, not Sunday, on Friday. But yeah, Comic Legion, guys. Every Monday night, they go live at 7 p.m. Eastern time to bring you the new Comic Book Day books of the week. And as you can see here, yes, the Invincible crossovers are still going, dropping with this Hyde Street cover that I can't wait to get this week. Probably one of my favorites out of all the crossovers. But like I said, 7 p.m. Eastern time is hosted by Lefteros. And yes, tonight's guest as well is gonna be there every single Monday. You hear him screaming nonsense in the background. As you can see, man, I even catch strays, bro. I played this once before. I'm gonna play it again.
Chris Condon, when he went up to him and asked him, he's like, "Why are you ending the Ultimate Universe?" And because Gerlando's been pushing this stupid myth on his show every week, and I keep telling him to stop saying it. And his response to him was, "We're obviously."
Constant nonsense, but always great information, man. Lefteros is there to hold the fort and offset the craziness from Chia, dropping absolute fire books every single week, guys. So make sure to go check them out. Steve! No, not the intro. We can't give him the intro yet, but Steve is back again this week to catch up with us. Let us know what's going on his end of town. The newest collector, actually not so new, man. He's like 6 months in. Maybe he's got something brewing on his own, man. Let's keep an eye out. We'll catch up with him later to see what's going on with him. I also want to bring this to the forefront, guys. We're going to talk about it a little more throughout the show. But there's a crazy auction going on Shortbox, and it's going to end on April 5th. Our brother, Gabe, you know him, Lords of the Long Box, Covrprice. Gabe is selling this OA, man, and I can't believe this. This is a huge moment within the Invincible universe, and he owns this for now, at least until April 5th. But yeah, I'm going to highlight that for you guys in a sec. Once we get to that, we'll dive into what's going on with that. But hot topics tonight, man. Guys, we all saw the Spider-Man trailer. Can't wait to break that down with one of the best when it comes to MCU or anything cinema. I mean, he does hate the Crow and Scarface, but it's okay. We'll give him that. We'll give him that for some reason. But yeah, we're gonna break this down and have the conversation. There's so much that had happened, guys. I don't know if you saw this, the Whatnot lawsuit that's going on. So we'll dive into all of this fun stuff with our brother who's kicking it backstage. Let's bring him in. Chia, what's up?
Yo, how you guys doing?
Oh, dude, I am doing good. I am doing good. I got to see you on Friday. It was good times. You guys took me and the crew. We were like what, 16 guys that like met
I
up.
think we were 16, yeah.
That wildness, absolutely wild. 16 in the restaurant. Food was flying all around. I had no idea what was going on. None of us ordered like individual meals. It was just like picking at everything. I had meat sweats, bro. I couldn't sleep.
Listen, I didn't finish. We got the entrees and everything, and after the entrees, it was enough. And I took the meal home, and I was still eating it today. Like, I mean, it was too much food. But it was a great time to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of Comic Legion, and I wish more people could have ended up being there. And it was wonderful. It was also like a belated Nick is 50 and old and broken down. I don't think the number requires that. I think people could see that even though the head is the moneymaker, the rest is like is falling apart.
I tried to not share that news that you just turned to 50, but yeah, chat.
I think it's because people would be shocked that I wasn't already 50.
You said it, not me.
You know, I get it. I get why you're doing. Thank you very much. You're very generous to the elderly. But it was a wonderful time, and I was thankful that everybody could join us, and we had a really, really good time. I think just connecting in general makes me feel happy. But I didn't like the fact that you took 2 shots towards me on the way in, where I couldn't defend myself. To my defense, the writer of one of the books said that it was bullshit. So I took a shot at you. I mean, it was in a free lane. You're not going to take it. And the Crow does suck.
Oh, no. We're not doing this. We're not doing this tonight. That's
so
for
what
sure.
are you going to do? I mean, that's it.
The tzatziki's got into his head. It's blocking some arteries somewhere. But dude, like I said, we picked up, man. Here's a little quick glimpse, bro. I have no idea what I was eating at some points. Like
the fried zucchini sticks with chips are delicious,
bro. There were flaming plates of cheese. I had no idea what those were.
Oh, you've never had that before?
Not like that, dude. Like I've had halloumi, I've had everything else.
Oh no, like, the saganaki is the best. It's drowned in ouzo at the end, but just to make the flame effect, it's delicious. It's incredible.
It was wild, bro. I even I kind of got mad at the waiter for like lighting it on fire in my face.
That's the whole thing.
But he didn't give me a warning. I was like, here comes the cheese, and I'm like, what is going on, bro?
That's amazing.
Well, it was one drink in, and all of that unfolded. But yeah, no, it was awesome, dude. 2 years that Comic Legion exists, man. You guys have
growing. I mean, thank you so much for everybody who's been there from the beginning, and from anybody who's joined later. We appreciate you guys more than you'll know, and definitely humbled by your support.
Yeah, man. It's awesome to see, dude. It rapidly grew in 2 short years. I almost feel like you guys have been doing this forever, but that's because we've been talking comics forever. But yeah, man, the Comic Legion stuff has been around for 2 years, and you guys have been absolutely crushing it, man. And it's awesome to see.
Bison wants to get me a life alert. I mean, I used to remember those infomercials. That is. Yeah,
the best.
Yeah.
They're the best. You're also gonna get one of those chairs on the stairs there. You know, the one that takes you all the
I
way up.
won't lie. I always wished I had one of those.
I love it. I love it. Lando came in like a rock star, bro. It's funny because you guys were calling me out saying I'm gonna ditch. I never show up to anything, which you're not wrong. I do have a bad habit of being that guy, but I took matters into my own hands. I called the restaurant at like 5 o'clock and I said, "Yo, that reservation at 6:30, add one more," and it all worked out.
You know what the funny thing is? Because we got some more late people coming in, and I called the restaurant and I go, I need 15.
Yeah.
And he goes, someone already called in to change to 13. And I'm like, nobody called in to change to 13. This is gibberish. And it was you that you were the culprit where I was about to fight with the restaurateur.
So I brought it down, thinking I was bringing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. But yes, on to year 3. Let's go, man. Super pumped for you guys. So congratulations. Now, one thing that is very important when it comes to Comic Legion. Yes, we talked about the new Comic Book Day show that's going to take place tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But what's really important is FOCing your books, guys. Pre-order your books. So I think it's about that time we talk about this week's pre-orders. Chia, are you ready?
Always.
Let's go. You know, I spoke about so much that went on, but guys, don't forget Megacon also went on, and we are going to talk some of the Megacon stuff as well throughout the show. But tonight, let's kick it off with the FOC selections of the week. Now, of course, like I said, these picks are by our brother Lefteros, but hang tight. There have been some changes. He's sending us the fire picks that he wants to discuss, but we also have the Covrprice crew over on the Covrprice website that does make their picks, including myself. So that being said, if you live in the United States and you want to order any of these books, well, you got Comic Nation. Check them out, comicnation.us. They give you 15% off of the cover price, but get an additional 5% by using discount code Black Crown. And Canada, you heard me talk about them. They're here. Comic Legion. They give you 20% off every single week. But if it's your first order, get an additional 5% off by using discount code ENLIST. Are you guys still getting some Enlists, or have we hit we've got the norms?
No, I mean, I assume that everybody who's new in its first shipment should be using Enlist, unless they're not coming through here. But no, I mean, we try to promote it. I don't really keep track as much as Chris and Terry do. So Lefteros, so that would be more the best source to ask about that.
We get it.
We appreciate all you do, and I'm sure we get a lot of the Enlist folk.
There you go. I'm happy to hear that. Chia talking like he's the muscles instead of the brains behind the operation.
No, I told you, I'm the beauty, not the
brawn. Oh, Jesus. All right. First book that we're going to talk about is Infernal Hulk issue number 6. Now, number 5 was one that I have not read yet, but I heard was an absolute banger. It was a big showdown that happened there. But here we've got the main cover for issue number 6. It's going to be the introduction of the new Iron Man Hellbuster, not Hulkbuster, Hellbuster armor. And yeah, man, it's going to be Iron Man versus Infernal Hulk. Dude, Hulk's going up against everybody right now.
So the best part of Philip Kennedy Johnson's just a great writer. Let's get that out of the way. And what I really like about this run, his first Incredible Hulk run that led to this, it almost felt like a spiritual successor to Al Ewing's Incredible Immortal Hulk, right? So it kind of played up on a lot of that, those threads, and like it almost like omitted some of what Cates was doing, and it's went to such a dark place. And this book is just every week. Like I remember when I opened the first issue of Infernal Hulk, and I'm like, oh my god, he just clapped the dude's head off.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you're like, wild. You're like, what is happening here? And yeah, like Terry just said, St. George energy on that cover, for sure. And that's definitely put in there. And the book hasn't let up since. It's a wonderful read. It's a must read if you like Hulk with a horror tinge. I assume this is all gearing up towards what is the Hulk War or Infernal Hulk Wars? the one that's coming in early next year.
Hmm.
Written by Philip Kennedy Johnson and drawn by Nick Klein. So I assume that's one of the ending of the Infernal Hulk run, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. But I wonder if this Iron Man armor here plays up in the Infernal Hulk crossover, because they're gonna need some shit to fight Hulk, bro. The
For
dude
sure.
is nuts.
Yeah, dude, he's on another level right
So
now.
I think we're gonna see more of this. I assume.
This is the wildest Hulk I've ever seen. And we've seen Hulk go through some craziness, but 5 issues in, I've only read up to issue 4. I'm waiting to read issue 5. And yeah, as you saw, even Lefteros was saying issue 5 and every single issue prior has been absolutely amazing.
I will say they're keeping the same team there, man. And this is a thing that leads to a little bit of friction that people have with Marvel. I know why they did it with Infernal Hulk this time, but this is a good example of you had the same creative team picking up the same story threads, and you flipped it to Infernal Hulk instead of keeping the Incredible Hulk going. I understand you could have just called it Infernal Hulk and went with issue 14 or 15, and I think that it's becoming a little bit of a law of diminishing returns, because people are trying to not feel comfortable investing in a series if they're going to be ending. So I think all publishers, but I think DC has done a much stronger job at this in keeping these series going to give a chance to. I know Dan Slott was a big thing where he was like, guys, order issue 2, it's important because that's how we extend the series past issue 5 issues.
Yeah,
I think that these they have to give a chance to these creators to get a footing in there.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong with that, and you saw it firsthand, even with the Ultimate Endgame stuff. Once people knew it was coming to a close, obviously they started to like fall away off of ordering, etc. But yeah,
issue 3 was outstanding, though. I read it today.
Oh, lucky. But Infernal Hulk issue 6 is on the list. Up next, here's a big one, guys. Amazing Spider-Man 27. This one being the main cover, and here we're gonna have Earth 616 Peter Parker bonding with the Carnage symbiote for the first time. Final issue of the Death Spiral crossover event. Torment has definitely been tormenting. He's been living up to the name, that's for sure. But yeah, man, seeing Peter Parker bond with the Carnage is going to be wild. Lots of great covers though available for this one. Obviously, you want to pick this up, but there's so many good ones.
First of all, this drawing is incredible. Let's be straight. Like it's gorgeous. Like Spider-Man looks like a badass. It's almost up there with the one that Bigley had done with Ben Reilly in it, right? Let's talk about the one where he's the famous cover there where it's coming out with the mouth, Yeah. So this is awesome. I just finally caught up on this series yesterday. Like, caught up. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
The Death Spiral has been really, really good. Torment is awesome. He's really, the one thing I don't like what they've done with Carnage having his own book. They've kind of neutered him sometimes, and he's not as evil as he should be.
Yeah.
And they just make another one that makes him more evil. And this dude is evil like that, and not just like maniacal. He's also conniving and everything. So if you like the symbiote kind of evil type thing, I highly recommend Death Spiral. The series has been great. This cover is great. And actually, I think Amazing Spider-Man under Joe Kelly has been pretty good.
I said this even when the series kicked off, was maybe 10 issues in, and I'm like, you know what? Joe Kelly's holding the fort. It's been a while since we've gotten really good Spider-Man stuff in the main timeline, and Joe Kelly is doing great. So I agree with you on that one. But the Torment stuff, the whole Death Spiral event has been crazy. People getting axed off.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The only thing is they have to hit the landing. If they don't hit the landing, it'll just, it won't work, But if they hit the landing and it's a really good story at the end, and by the way, I trust Joe Kelly and Charles Soule, and I think less so Al Ewing on the symbiote stuff, But I trust Soule and Kelly implicitly. So I'm very bullish on this whole storyline. Again, just read-wise here I'm talking about, guys. Like, if you're in there to read a great dark symbiote story, it's cool. And it's moving the characters forward too, by the way, Venom and Eddie and Peter. So it's not keeping them in a stationary place. There's
I
movement coming.
I like what Rattlesnake's saying, how people may pick up back issues just because of this cover, but the story alone, man, is worth picking up
I
those back issues. I hope people end up
Yeah,
getting around.
guys, it's really, really, and um, I think even with the joke, like a lot of the frustration we all have is, hey man, why are you doing these like insane things as Mary Jane here or whatever? I would hope that there's an end game that Joe Kelly is planning on getting to.
Yeah,
Maybe it's after issue 1000 or whatever. That all, he's a slow build to get there logically, and hopefully that's where it goes. But again, let's see how they hit the landing, right? That's what it comes down to.
agreed, man. Hopefully they do stick that landing. Amazing Spider-Man 27 this week. Up next, speaking Spider-Man, guys, Civil War Unmasked is coming out. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about this one, but what we're going to be seeing is it's going to be five. Well, there's going to be 5 different variants for this year. Obviously, we're getting the trading card variant, which is very Magic the Gathering. You remember how those ended up going when those came out, those Magic the Gatherings. I don't know. I mean, given this is open order, I would assume many people are going to be ordering it, but then again, might go under the radar. Now, this new series is going to be featuring unseen stories before, during, and after the events of Civil War, and I find it interesting that they're exploring this so many years after.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Almost as if they're trying to go back to a story between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers battling it out for some reason.
Yeah.
As if they want collected trade paperbacks concerning how those two characters interact in many different ways. I loved Civil War. Uh, so, and I think this is Christopher Gage, right? That's doing it. That's writing
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's usually really good at these weaving in the past kind of things. So I'm all for this because don't forget, I don't know if you remember Civil War, guys, because I'm older and I remember this reading it.
It wasn't that long ago.
But there was like each issue, things were always that you kind of caught up with them in the middle of an action. That's how Millar was doing it. So like, not you never picked up always wherever it ended up. You would continue. Sometimes it would be months. A month later, you're in the battle. So there were civil. What is he talking about?
Stay focused. Stay focused.
Cliff, stop with the Civil War was trash stuff. Enough. This is crazy. It was a wonderful story that was really large and hard to control sometimes. Anyways, there was a lot of beats where you could civil. Okay, yes,
that was garbage.
War
that was garbage.
Was not where it could have been. But I liked a little bit of the stuff in the sense that premonition of Miles killing Cap. That was a cool idea that they had to connect it to Hydra Cap, but they never. They felt that they hopped on with other storylines and made it more convoluted. Yeah, 100%. It could have been really something really cool, but they never nailed that one. But the art was really good.
Yeah, no, for sure. But the Magic of the Gathering stuff, as you can see,
beautiful cover.
Yeah, and people are gonna probably want to pick up this variant just because. So let's see. I might go under the radar. We'll see. But moving on, here's a good one, man, that I'm excited about. Fireborn #1. This one being the cover A. I will dive into some of the covers that are available, but this is about a rich kid who bonds with a mysterious dragon egg and gains magical powers. It's from the world of Lost Fantasy. You guys obviously have seen Lost Fantasy at some point in time. Lost Fantasy, you've got Franklin Jonas, who is actually on that and also going to be on this. This is a giant sized, and yeah, man, pretty exciting. A lot of the variants, dude. There's homage covers, one to Invincible, issue #1, and then you have the homage to Absolute Batman #1, which obviously, dude, it goes without saying that is a modern day classic cover. It is what it is, guys, whether we want to admit that or not. I think we'll see that one homage to death, but here we have one of the earlier runnings here when it comes to the homage. I think it's been homaged a few times already, but still looked good.
We're looking at a good 10 times at least.
Yeah, easy already.
Hey, we're talking about a book's a year and a half old.
Yeah, so okay, Lost Fantasy 5 is an important one. Yes, first appearance of Fireborn. And I remember when issue 5 came out, man, Franklin Jonas was really hyping this because he had a big input in this, and now they're kicking off with this one, and I want to see this Lost Fantasy world continue to grow. So this is great.
This is an amazing idea. This Lost Fantasy world growing. Also, I want to make a reference. Franklin Jonas is not part of the Jonas Brothers.
No, he is a brother of the Jonas Brothers.
But he's not part of the crew. I actually think that comics is his first passion. I think this is what he's doing.
He's touring, bro. He tours with his own band.
Oh, he's part of that too?
Yeah. His main thing is being a musician, but he's also in comics.
Okay. So there's another Jonas group.
It's not a Jonas group. He's just got his own band. Like
okay, they're not part of the group. Okay.
No.
Okay, these Jonas kids. How proud of their parents.
Yeah, pure talent. My kids got to step it up, bro.
Yeah, I was just at a memorial today for my friend's dad, and my friend has a daughter, my goddaughter, and her son. They're both young. My daughter is 15. His son is 9, and they're cousins. One of the sister's kids is a doctor and a lawyer, and the other one is an electrical engineer and a doctor. And I looked at my friend Tommy and I go, "Your kids are done. There's no way your kids are matching your sister's kids. You're finished. You're the black sheep of the family. It's over."
You just roast like that, bro. It's crazy. But
at his dad's memorial too.
Yeah, but
that's how we roll.
that's what boys are for, man. But yes, man, he is a solo musician and he's very passionate about comics. He's always showing his new comic book day hauls, and he's very passionate about this project. So yeah, man, really excited to see this one. Issue 5, when it comes to Lost Fantasy, keep an eye out for that. This one now springing off a whole new series, so good times ahead. Tigress Island issue number 2. This one being the cover B. This is by Epic. Of course, the nudies always tend to do pretty well, but Tigress Island, man, issue 1 was there was a lot being thrown at me, man, and I was trying to really grasp what was going on. I really hope issue 2 is gonna lay more foundation here for me, because it kind of, that issue 1, I was just like, what is going on? there's just like way too much happening at once.
It's like an assault on the senses.
Yeah,
that's what it is. But these covers, for me, are must buys. If you're a collector, you gotta jump onto this stuff because it's crazy. They're always popping off, So, and the cover is actually pretty awesome, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, the
art is incredible. So yeah, I would be all over this, literally.
I wasn't familiar with Epic's game when it comes to art, so when I was like opening the pages and looking at the interiors, I was like, yeah, well, what's going on? Because like the covers, you see these these babes, and they've got pupils, and then you could see here there's like barely any pupil, and that was the art inside. I was seeing a bunch of chicks, and I'm like, are they possessed? It's like, I'm just trying to grasp that portion of what I'm reading, but no, I looked way too into that. And yeah, like I said, now the story, when I was reading it, I went back to reread it because I was trying to, again, grasp what was going on. So I'm intrigued. I want to know what's happening now with all these girls on this island, etc. And yeah, dude, now, that I'm familiar with Epic's artwork style, it is really cool. It is really cool.
I actually... so many of these indies that are coming out, they're just such cool concepts.
Yep.
Like they're writing these stuff because they want them to be a project, like a movie or a TV show. Like Exquisite Corpses has to be a TV show. Come on. I mean, guys, a bunch of assassins let loose on it. There's so much blood and mayhem.
I love Exquisite Corpses.
So good. Same as this. Like you can't picture this in a bit of a vein of Blink Twice kind of thing.
Yeah.
It definitely has that kind of system, vibe to it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you, man. But I'm gonna pick this up and see where it goes now with issue number 2. Now moving on, dude, an insane cover. Shubina, everybody loves what
this
Shubina
is incredible.
does.
1 second though, I gotta.
Yeah, do your thing. I've never heard anybody say anything negative when it comes to Shubina, really. So if you guys think otherwise, let me know. But This cover is amazing. We have Witchblade issue 20. This is the cover B by Shubina. Stunning. There's also a ratio of Shubina. It is gorgeous. It's the exact same cover, just obviously slight differences, but I think I'm going to be picking up this cover B. It's I mean, hey, I get to pick it up at cover price, and Shubina brought the heat with this one, man.
Does she ever not? Like, this is
Yeah.
literal heat, but has she had a bad cover? Like,
No.
I mean, she's up in, like I said, she's part of that crew now, that new crew that's just killing it right now. And this one it's actually Phoenix level fire.
Yeah. Definitely channeling some Phoenix vibes here, but
I saw our boy Jeb just jumped into the chat, right?
yeah.
And I want to say he was on obvious reasons, Death Spiral, and telling everybody, guys, this thing slaps, and people were ignoring him. And now channels like Comics Explained and everything are all over it now. So Jeb was an OG. He was an OG believer. Sometimes he's right. Sometimes the big man knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, Jeb's a good guy, man. Make sure you tune in on Tuesdays, New Comic Book Day show. Jeb is always there bringing some insight, great information as well. But this one, Shubina, thank you. I am totally picking this up for cover price. Here's a big one, guys. Corpse Night #1. This is the cover A. Now, okay, I get it. It's a very short description here. A young girl's father returns from the dead to protect her. There's a lot more behind that, but what's actually really interesting about this is the people that are tied to this book. That's something that we were talking about even on Friday night. Lefteros and myself saying that you know, the people that are writing this. You have Michael Chaves, who's tied to many films, bro. He's a filmmaker. He did like The Conjuring. He did The Devil Made Me Do It. All of these things where he's already got his foot in the door when it comes to Hollywood. So who knows, man, if this ends up being a thing. But yeah, pretty cool.
That little synopsis, that's one sentence, to me says incredible. Because what you're doing is basically you're tying in terrifying horror, zombie, because I'm terrified of zombies and everything, but you're making it almost like a heroic twist, and you know that there's going to be an emotional punch to it as well. So this is actually a incredible concept, and the fact that there's already pre-made connections to people who've already worked in the horror genre in Hollywood. Guys, it's like whenever Hickman comes out with something and you're like, oh, this has a chance to be something more, there's like a good chance this has already been talked about in the circles of Hollywood, and this is basically just a treatment made into a comic for people to have a Bible to go from. Like, that's how sure I'm on something like this. So buyer beware. Try and grab a copy of this on FOC before everybody else is running to get it.
Yeah, no, and just to dive into it a little more, what I like about this is it's going to be a mini series, and obviously there's the young girl where her father now comes back, but it's so here. It says, as Foy struggles to fend for herself, she's granted a miracle. Her father returns from the dead to protect her. Now they embark on a sacred quest, confronting murderers, wild animals, wandering armies, and black magic plaguing the countryside. As Foy comes face to face with the dark side of miracles and the secrets of Corpse Night, she must question if the man by her side has always been a monster. So it's also going to be telling what kind of a person her father was.
Exactly. That's incredible. Like, honestly, and the art on the covers. Outstanding.
Dude, there's so many good covers for this one, man. Again, Jay Lee, like,
yeah,
I love Jay Lee's work, and Jay Lee doing an amazing cover for this one. There's many other ones as well, but one I'm totally going to be keeping my eye out on. And I think here's the big book that everybody's got to be picking up this week. Guys, you've been warned. Like, at this point, should be on your pull list already. But Absolute Batman issue 19. First things first, that Dragora cover where we had Scarecrow in the reflection of the blades has now been switched to the cover C, and this is now the cover A. So if you already contacted your shops and you told them, hey, set me aside a cover A, you might want to let them know that you've changed your mind or you want to stick with this one. But I suggest getting both of them because we have a lot going on with this particular issue, man. And as you could see just by the cover, looks like we're getting a lot more characters than just what we're seeing. First appearance and cover of Absolute Scarecrow. You're going to get the first full appearance and cover of Absolute Deathstroke. Solicitation states that this issue will feature multiple first appearances, people talking about Man-Bat, people talking about many other characters. The Robins. We know that, the Robins are coming. I believe it's within issue 20. 19, I'm imagining that we're already going to start seeing them. So with that, something to totally keep an eye out for. We're going to see way more. The stories related to the Robins, apparently Robin himself was brought up by the Joker, in which he thought and still thinks to this day within the book that he's a good guy.
So, where to begin with this cover?
Yeah.
There's literally 3 first appearances on the cover. Deathstroke, I think that's Man-Bat or whatever that is, and Scarecrow. Like those are there. According to what Snyder said today or yesterday at Megacon, he said the R on issue 20 is not a real R, and it will be replaced by the Jokers. By the Robins. So if I'm thinking, if they're on a cover for issue 20, I'm thinking they're appearing in issue 19. So they're going to be in 19. Deathstroke's probably going to be in 19. Scarecrow will be in 19. And who knows what else? I assume Joker's probably creating Man-Bat of some way or something. Who knows what he's doing there? I think this book has been outstanding. This has definite manga vibe kind of cover, eh? Like everything's coming together.
They've all had it.
Yeah, they've all had it, but you could tell like here the influence is completely there with the red hue there. It's remarkable. If this was a conscious effort, which I think it must have been by Snyder, to make it that dark side, ripped everything that Bruce had in the main line universe and gave it to his worst enemy. If that was it is so maniacal on Snyder through Darkseid's part that it creates such an interesting dynamic. The point where Joker is handsome, has a Batcave, has the Robins, has the wealth, and has everything, and he just leveled up versus Batman, right? And then Batman is running to catch up. I think it's been such a breath of fresh air and added so much to the story. It's incredible. Oh, yeah. Like I can't say enough. Buy this book, read this book. Guys, the reason why so many of these books are becoming so popular and so sought after is because people miss them on FOC, and then people hear about how good of a read they are, and everybody wants them because they're incredible reads. We're really a golden age of comics right now, guys. There are comics that are incredible reads that nobody even pays attention to.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong, man. But
they can't afford it. It's impossible, you know?
I can't put enough emphasis on the fact that you guys should be ordering issue 19. That goes without saying. There's many reasons, as we just mentioned, but here's some of Lefteros' other picks as well that you could check out over on the Comic Legion website as well. I love this Ben Oliver cover right here.
That's just aura farming, as the kids call it.
Yeah, dude, I already saw some covers for issue 20 and on, I think 21. Amazing covers. You'll see one after, man. But the fact that Martin Simmons is gonna have a cover too is just so good. Obviously,
that one's good too. The other Dragota's good. The Daniel Ward Johnson third print is incredible. The yellow one.
Yep, it's must grabs. You got Barbaric, obviously the Vecchio cover.
That's an incredible one.
Love me this Jenny Frison when it comes to Batwoman issue number 2. Here's the Jay Lee I was talking about.
Amazing. The Dead Teenagers is cool too.
Yeah, goes to a second printing, so don't miss out on that one. Here's the Invincible cover that I was telling you guys about.
Nice.
Fall of the House of Slaughter number 1. Here's the main, but there's also this type of cover, but it was more like a Virgin or something, available at Covrprice as well. So one to keep an eye out for. G.I. Joe's got some great covers. I don't know if you guys saw the Ito cover.
Baby.
That Ito cover is just insane. Narco number 2, I'm on board. I'm totally picking that up. Super Creep Show giving us a Batman 423 homage. Love this right here, dude. They did AF-15 for issue number 1, but that is totally a cover grab from myself. There's the full Tatas. There you go.
No cover up on Legion.
No. We're here to see the Areolas. Keep it going. What else? Oh, dude, Matriarch.
How
here.
cool is Matriarch, bro?
Honestly, probably one of the coolest characters in Wonder Woman lore in quite some time.
I think ever, other than Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
like legit. That throne cover from last week. Come on, bro. With the sword. Come on, it's amazing. Anyways, this cover is incredible. If you're not, I mean, who's not reading Absolute Batman? If you're not, other than Cliff, I haven't heard anybody complain about Absolute Batman. So
you're not wrong. Cliff has his thoughts when it comes to that. But here, I want to show you guys very quickly, even over on the Covrprice website. This is the Ito cover I was talking about, man. This is so just wicked good. A lot of picks here that you've already seen us talk about because, I mean, we're all working together. You know what I mean? So, talking about these books. But here's some of the staff picks with Avatar. The Frizzen cover. Yep. Very nice, dude. Rose Besh on this cover. But I really think this is the one right here. The Magic the Gathering.
That's a beautiful one.
Totally worthy of the grab. Corpse Knight. End of Life is still really good, dude. So issue 3 is on FOC. Follow the House of Slaughter. I was just talking about it, but here we have the reveal. David Mack on that one. Here's the regular cover. Fireborn. There it is.
There it is. There it is.
I hate that it's a 1 in 100. I hate that it's a 1 in 100. I need this. Oh,
that is insane.
Yeah. So is this Lobo cover, bro. Sweeney Boo crushed. Sweeney Boo
does some good work, Like really good.
Yeah. Martin Simmons doing Nightwing. This was by Travis. There you go. Our boy Travis. He was in the chat.
Our boy Travis loves himself some Nightwing.
Yep.
Listen, Superman named Nightwing, right? So that's so Travis has a soft spot for him.
Yeah, there's the 1 in 25. Wonder Woman, of course, we were just talking about it. You can see how some of those picks are already trending by price all the way at the bottom of the article. So make sure to check it out.
That's a cool addition. That's really cool.
But, one thing that sucks is when I have to do picks over at Covrprice.
Yeah.
My picks are always the same as Lefteros. So I just get like.
So you know what you got to do? You got to tell Terry you can't touch the Mega Man, Sonic, Mario stuff.
I get shunned, dude. They don't even include my stuff anymore. But yeah, man, those were the FOC selections of the week. I just want to remind everybody, you can support Lefteros by going to check out comicnation.us if you're in the States. You got Comic Legion in Canada if you want to order any of these books we just spoke about. And make sure to join our Discord, man. You can see it right there. Just message Lefteros over on Instagram. And you could join the Discord, dude. We're well over like 250 people just talking comics. Talking anything, sports, you name it, man. We are having good times, so make sure to come and hang out. Now, speaking of hanging out, we got our brother Steve to catch up with, so let's bring him in, man. Guys, this is Steve. Stevie, are you there? Stevie, hold on. That was funny because I just had the Siri answer. But Steve, what's up, man?
Steve's a pro. He's not coming in unless his music.
What's going on?
Not much. You?
Same old.
The tan's starting to fade. It's starting to fade, bro.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're still a ray of sunshine in all our lives, Steve.
Yeah.
Even if the tan is fading off yours.
Yeah, man.
What's going on?
Not much, Steve. I wanted to catch up. Obviously, we'll keep it brief. I know that you said it's been a rather quiet week. I actually have something for you because Bison sent over a ton of stuff. Yeah. Bison is in the chat, man. He's rocking with us. So shout out to Bison. There he is. You got the fuegos going. But yeah, he sent over some stuff. He sent me something too, dude. And I was blown away. Now I haven't opened your stuff. I'll save the unboxing of your stuff for when you get it. It's still nice and packaged here. He sent a heavy package for you, dude.
Yeah, he had messaged me when I was in Florida. So I'm excited to see. I'll swing by soon. I'll come grab it.
What a good man.
He is. But here's what he sent me.
Unnecessary, but beautiful, and I appreciate it.
he sent me the Whatnot Fantastic Four bag. So as you can see, and yeah, man, some pretty cool things in this one, man. So I'll show you guys very quickly. But here, man, I got this one.
Nice.
Yeah, really cool, man. This one's the LaRocca cover, and also got it as a Virgin. That's right, a Virgin.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Virgin
really
Editions.
cool, man. Yeah, dude, really excited about that. And you got the Ron Lim from the book, so really cool. Dude, I'm so out of the loop when it comes to these Whatnot packs. So like for me, this was all, oh my god. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had no idea what was going on. And other than that giveaway show we did, that was my first time seeing that. I don't know if you guys remember this cover from when we did the giveaway. I'm gonna try to make it big so you guys could see. But that Walt Simonson, this one.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
The Lost in Time one kind of thing.
So good. Bring out ye virgins. But yeah, Steve, man, what have you been, doing, dabbling through? Because you're the dabbler within the last week.
Yeah. No, I read a few books this week, just like single issues. I read the Wrestle Heist.
And
good.
fun.
I love it. It's so fun. I
As
love
wrestling
like
fans.
the little references that they throw in, and you know who's who and which characters who. I like it. It's really good. As a wrestling fan, it's fantastic.
I've been saying this regarding Wrestle Heist, and like you said, those pulls from characters we know throughout time, whether it be Ultimate Warrior, whether it be Paul Heyman, like you could see they're pulling from these characters, and the storyline is just wild.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Honestly, it's a fun read. So if anybody hasn't read it, I strongly suggest it. Wrestling fan or not, it's a fun story.
I wish WWE would give me, like, just call me and be like, dude, write us a comic. Like with the characters they have right now within WWE, we can have so much fun comic wise. And they did it. They did it with Boom, but it fell flat. I feel like right now, man, like with the characters they've got, you've got all. Don't forget, they just purchased AAA, right? So AAA, they're together. You've got characters like Oba. You've got obviously the mains like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, etc. But I don't know why, man. I feel like the mid card is where we could have so much fun.
Who's the mid card? Danhausen.
Yeah,
What's up with this? Dude, how did that guy come in from the worst entrance in the history of WWE to must-watch segments?
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever.
He went from Saturday night, it was, what is this person doing on my television?
Yeah.
Get him out. Okay. Monday segment, people are like, why is he here and why do I love him all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's
and now
awesome.
he's the biggest thing. He's selling all the merch.
Yeah.
He's the new age R-Truth. That's what he is.
It's funny because on social media, the Miz was talking to somebody like at merch saying like, why don't I have one t-shirt like for sale? And he's like, and Danhausen has one t-shirt, and the guy looks at Miz and he's like, no, he has 5. He has 5 t-shirts.
It's crazy. He sells all sorts of merch now. It sells out.
Yeah.
And adding the house at the end of words, you know what I mean? Like it's added so much, like Stone Cold Hausen or something, like he says, and it just makes it's the most irreverent thing. It's a must-watch segment.
Yeah, I love how people in the chat are saying that they've met him. Like you have Rattlesnake, and then Cliff is actually really surprising me that Cliff took the time to meet Danhausen. That is amazing.
Yeah, like guys, it doesn't even make sense. The come up from disaster on Saturday to must-watch television on like Monday makes no sense.
Yeah,
the debut with the little fireworks.
You know, but I would say if you're gonna write the book, I want Daniel Warren Johnson to be drawing it for you.
Oh, dude, it would be so fun. Daniel Warren Johnson is meant to be doing such art, man. Like
he loves wrestling. I'm sure he's at every wrestling event.
They need to hit up that Daniel Warren Johnson, bro. They need to like create some kind of comic again. We
Steve,
saw,
did you ever read Do a Power Bomb?
Yep,
of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
You like it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny you bring that up. So before I actually continue with that conversation, Love for Comics actually had a question for Steve asking, "Did you read Dork yet?"
I did. I'm up to date up to so far. I have one and I have two, and they're sitting on my wall over there because I don't want to touch them anymore.
Yeah, no, you want to keep those in prestige condition. You don't want to ruin them.
Yeah,
Um,
no. Yeah, Dork is great. It's a great read.
You liked it?
I enjoy it.
Dude,
I think it's a good balance of good story, funny,
Yes.
serious, and then the artwork is insane. I love it. I think it's an all around great book.
yeah, no.
What did Cliff write? I didn't see what he wrote.
He said that he sent Steve in the direction of Murder Falcon and Dual Power Bomb. So there you go.
You have good taste sometimes, Cliff.
Sometimes.
So
Go ahead.
no, I lost my train of thought.
What else is
My
you
God.
see? He turned 50 and he's gone.
What were we saying right before? Oh, with Dork. Okay, guys, you know what? The biggest movie of the year is so far is Project Hail Mary. I don't know if you guys heard of it. The Ryan Gosling movie,
Yeah.
Talk of the Town,
Mhm.
saying it's amazing, and it's supposedly it's a very aspirational movie. And I'm gonna tie it back into Dork in a come up around. And I saw somebody on social media discuss how he was discussing with people around 3 years ago that the nihilistic trend that was existing in people, where like, oh, who cares or this and that, is dying down, and people want hopeful optimism in the face of, this dread more now. And that's like Dork. Dork is an optimistic, uplifting book with the sense of dread that's there, and that's why people are connecting with it, especially the young who don't have that many stories like that.
Exactly.
And that's what I think it is.
You're not wrong, and I love the dynamic between himself and the Shield. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's awesome. But yeah, so you were talking. We spoke wrestling. We spoke Dork. We spoke about some of your reads. But
Yeah.
you have some things in the pipeline, some ideas that you're considering.
Yeah. I'm looking to do a little series on TikTok, Instagram. I'm gonna basically, my idea is I had you guys to help me through this, learning what FOC is, what to buy, what not to buy, all that stuff. So I think I should be the one right now to help new readers, new collectors find their way.
Yeah.
So I'm working with one of my buddies. We're gonna try and figure this out. I don't have all the details yet, but I'm thinking within the next few weeks I'm gonna have a first video up, at least explaining basically our like mission statement. And we'll put it
Nice.
out there, and then hopefully, people learn something or one a thing or two. We'll see if and we'll go from there.
I love it, bro. You see, we planted the seed, we watered it, and look at him blossom, bro. That's exactly what's going on, man. You're blossoming. But
I just want to help people out. I know I got you guys. I got
want-
Nick sometimes bothering me, but I got a lot of help, and I want to be the one to help other people.
yeah, and
Why
when
are
you're
the other people helping and keep bothering? This is the terrible reputation.
when
Honestly,
you
I
get
just love bothering. Honestly, it's so fun.
when you get
Have
to
a face you want to bother.
no, you have a face for radio. I've told you this a million times, but when you get
It's
to
your
that
fault
point,
for not letting me come in with a logo.
yeah, nobody wants to look at that. But yeah, man, Steve, when you get to that point, for sure, we're happy to see just how quickly you've gone from like learning the ropes when it comes to the hobby, and now you're gonna kick off your own stuff. So really exciting. When you get to that point, make sure you let everybody know. Let us know. We'll obviously send people your way. You're already starting to post some cool things, man, over on social media. You just did like your top 5. What was it? Top 5 Daniel Warren Johnson or something?
I was
love
it
those.
the Daniel Warren Johnson covers. I think I did, or
Yeah.
books. No, series. It was series.
Yeah.
I had done covers for David Nakayama.
Yes, you've done that. So it's cool to see that you know we get to see what it is that you're really enjoying out the gate of collecting and just reading and appreciating art, etc. So it's fun, man, and keep doing that, keep doing it, keep it coming, man.
I do what I
And
can.
for a
That's for sure.
newbie, it's incredible taste.
Right?
Like I'm confused about this. I gotta understand. He's not falling in the tropes at all. Like
No.
it's a really good taste. Full props to him. He's a champ, like legit.
Yeah,
I
man.
listen. That's what it is, and that's what I'm hoping people will do when I help.
Yeah, and I think that voice like that on those platforms like TikTok and Instagram and the Reels, it's a wonderful place to have your voice, Steve. I think it's look, to be honest with you, the Reels are too short for me. It won't function because I'm so long-winded and bloated, full of hot air. But for a person like Steve, it would make a lot of sense because he could parse information quickly.
The self-awareness is actually shocking, so I'm happy to hear that on your behalf.
Hey, bro, I call it the way I see him, bro.
But all right, guys. Well, Steve, thank you again. Every single week coming to hang out. You said you're not going to be here next week, though, correct?
Yeah, next week I'm not here. Yeah, I have family duties.
I'm blessed because I get to hang out with Steve next Sunday in the daytime. We're going to the Sugar Shack, so who knows? Maybe we'll film some stuff for next Sunday night while we're there, bro.
Comics and Sugar Shack. That's a bad mix.
Oh, guaranteed, dude. I don't even think I'll make it through an entire 2-hour show. I'm going to have to visit the can at least once. So there you go. But speaking of that, man, we all know how that goes, Sugar Shack. 50 to 60,000. And that's... There you go, man. That was the talk of Friday night, just so you guys know.
No, it wasn't. Only the end cap.
It was.
That's so good.
He took it like a champ. I gotta tell you.
Let's go, Steve. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, bro. And man, I'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, bro. Peace. I love that he still lets me use that photo of him because like that was the most random picture from when we played live.
What do you mean you can't not use that photo now?
It is
when he was coming in, I was like, what is this photo? This is the greatest. I was trying to look at exactly why is there a point so much at the thing of the white outline. I was trying to analyze it completely to see how it goes.
Yeah, no, that was from when we played with Bam Margera and his brother. Yeah, it was Bam Margera and his brother, for the drummer of CKY. It was a wild show, bro. I thought people were gonna die that night, and lo and behold, everybody was safe. Maybe some injuries, but anyways, it's time to talk market. Let's see what's happening on the market. Sorry,
the Bam Margera thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Those are stories for another day, man. It happened not once but twice, but we'll talk another time, guys. Market report. You ready?
Always. Let's go. Baker Shaker, baby.
Damn right. Baker Shakers. Some of the most important books that make the list every single week on the Market Report. Now, Market Report, looking at several lists when it comes to the sales. And by no means is this a top 10 list or anything of that nature. Nope. I'm just looking at books that sold throughout the week and highlighting those that I think are cool or worth talking about. There's no other formula behind that. Now, of course, Michael Baker, as I said, hits me up every single day, every single week, letting me know what's selling on the aftermarket. So we highlight the Baker Shakers just for him. So tonight's first book that we're going to talk about is a Daniel Warren Johnson cover. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter issue number 4. We go back to 2023 with this one. It's a 1 in 250 ratio. Daniel Warren Johnson, we just finished saying how his covers for wrestling are amazing, but man, did he do an amazing job here with some Street Fighter and Turtles. There's only 2 9/8s on the census when it comes to this one, and a 9/8 just sold for $350. Cover price Daily Shaker highest sale recorded to date. I love this so much. I'm jealous. I need this. But $350, I
have a couple of the other Street Fighter ones, and I'm annoyed that I don't have this one. Like I had it. This is the first time I've seen it, and I actually love it. There's so much power in every one of his covers.
right?
The covers just ooze power. He has a really good way of distorting, anatomy and things like that. Um, I love it. I need this cover. Straight
Yeah.
up. The turtles are cool. Everything.
And I highly doubt shops were ordering 250 copies when it comes to
Of-
issue number 4 of this.
A 4 of issue. Who was ordering issue 4?
Exactly. So because of that, as you can see, there's only 2 9/8s on the census, and I don't imagine we're going to see that many more throughout time. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter issue number 4, 9.8 sold for $350. Moving on. We've got a very familiar book. It's Spider-Man and Batman, Disordered Minds, because yes, it's called Disordered Minds. In case you guys didn't know that, I've always called this book just Spider-Man and Batman. But
Yeah.
1995 is where we go back to. This is a DC Marvel collab, embossed cover. There's only 2, not 1, but 2 CGC 99s on the census, and that premium was mighty because a 99 sold for $1,001. This is a first Baker Shaker for tonight. Wild, bro, because the 9/8 it takes a crazy dip from the 9/9.
This doesn't even make sense. I mean, look. It's a classic piece of my childhood. I mean, this was awesome. But
Who are you kidding? Childhood, bro. Come on. Like,
what do you mean?
well, I mean,
95. I was.
he's mathing right now. But yes, okay, your childhood.
I mean, I was still a kid at 16.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh no, I was 8. No, sorry, it was 18. So no, it was a little older, 18, 19. Yeah. So I was approaching youthful adulthood. So no, but this was a great book. I loved it, and it's embossed. The thing about the embossed thing is you can't press it.
No.
That's the thing. So so this book must be pristine out the box.
It has to. Yeah.
So yeah, love it.
I'm checking sales right now for 9/8s on listings that are available, and I caught a 9.8 at around the $400 mark Canadian, so that's like 300 in US, and dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Look, I would never pick this up for $1,000. Impossible. Like there's other books I would rather get for that money, but I always maintain. Usually, when you see these kind of crazy sales, it's people who don't have the same budget that others have.
Oh no, that
when you're splurging for this at a 9.9, you're not having the same budget constraints other people may have.
No, dude, my budget constraints. Let me tell you, the constraints are there.
Usually these dudes have already gotten all their major keys.
Yeah, but
first rain, first this, now they're just splurging on other random craziness because they have everything they need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what's crazy is, like I said, that drop off from a 9.9 selling at $1,000 US to, like, 400 Canadian and a 9.8, and that's an asking price. It's not even probably what it's going to go for. Let's say we'll get crazy and say 300 US. That's a $700 difference between a point.
But isn't that the premium? Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
If you see a lot of 9, if you go back and let's say the Uncanny X-Men run from the 90s, right? The cool the cool Silvestri covers,
yeah,
all those big ones, right? There's a massive jump. There's a lot of 9.6s out there. The 9.8s, there's a big jump. So it obviously goes without saying that the 9.9, which would be the similar type of premium jump.
Yeah, and let me tell you, there's a lot of copies when it comes to 9.8s and 9.6s for this book, but 9.9s, there's only 2 of them, and it sold for $1,001. Very impressive sale. But moving on, we got Chia the Pooh, number 1. Winnie the Pooh, sorry. 1977 is where we go, because he normally shows up on the show just wearing a T-shirt. Gold Key is
That's what you dream.
No, I don't. 82 total.
Bastard, bro.
82 total copies on the CGC census. There's 13 9.8s and 15 9.6. 9.6 just sold for $499 US. And dude, this is awesome. I'm not too sure if it is a fact or not. When I saw the listing, they were saying that it was the first appearance of, like, Tigger, first appearance of Eeyore, first appearance of Piglet in this. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. So I didn't include that type of information. I guess I got to do some more homework when it comes to that, but still very impressive because we go back to 1977 with this. Winnie the Pooh was a household name, at least when I was a kid. And dude, this is something cool. And I would actually really want to own this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent price too.
Right? I don't feel like 500 is a lot.
No, not at all. I mean, for a book from the 1970s,
yeah,
and a gold key, like because don't forget, guys, kids were reading these books.
Dude, the fact that there's even 13 9/8 is pretty impressive.
That's nuts. Like, I mean, and it's this seems very reasonable price.
Yeah.
And it's a really good cover too, to be honest with you.
It is, man. Like I said, for me, this is a throwback. It takes me back to when I was obviously a kid. But yeah, first appearance of Christopher Batman and Christopher Robin. Probably. Hey, you might be right about the Christopher Robin thing. I don't know, man. So I guess I got to do a bit of homework. But still, really cool to see this one make its way. Shout out to Michael Baker.
It's cool. It's a good
First
one.
appearances of Winnie the Pooh in U.S. Comics according to Covrprice. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. CGC 9.6, $499 of Winnie the Pooh #1.
So Baker loves Spawn, but still monitors the Winnie the Pooh market. Love it.
Baker monitors everything, man. So that's why I appreciate him. And he always makes sure to include a Sonic book. And obviously, I'm going to throw it up because Sonic the Hedgehog, Tangle and Whisper, issue 0. We go back to 2019. This is a Spencer's promo giveaway. There's 17 9/8s on the CGC census, and a 9/8 sold for $200. Baker Shaker this week. I actually think that's a good price, man, because this was pretty hard to get. This is a promo giveaway from Spencer's, so I dig that.
It's actually a 9/8 from a promo giveaway. Like, this stuff is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
How are people keeping these books so pristine from these things?
I got no idea.
And Sonic books, bro. I mean, they're the books that keep on giving, that nobody pays attention to other than you and Pacino.
Yeah, dude, it's funny because Spencer's, we don't really got Spencer's here in Quebec. At least not to my knowledge. I haven't seen any.
No, I think we had something similar back in the day, but it got closed down.
What comes closest is Hot Topic, really.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
Hot Topic was something that we had back in the day.
Yeah.
Hot Topic, and then there's one out in Ontario. They have something similar type thing.
But yeah, no Spencer here. So again, for somebody like myself up here in Canada, I would definitely want to try
Or
to grab
Tangle and Whisper, by the way.
the two characters that you see there.
Yeah, but are they any significance? Are they villains? What are they?
Not really. They're not villains at all. But they're part of the whole Sonic lore. My kids right now over on the Sonic. Remember I was telling you about that racing game?
Yeah.
They love having the option of these types of characters as well, and it's a great way to promote these types of characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, it makes sense. They must have been new in some kind of game or something that they added here. I don't know what it was, but that's what it must have been, something like that.
For myself, I don't know them much within the video games, to be honest. Tangle and Whisper is mostly just comic based, where I ended up getting to know them. But
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
Have you played all the video games?
I have, bro. I have, like, some of the latest ones that I've been playing were Sonic Frontier. There was the latest one where it's Sonic Shadow. I forgot what it's called off the top of my head. I can't remember. But yeah, man, dude, I've been picking them all up for the longest time. What really hooked me in, obviously Sega, the original Sonics, but that Sonic Adventure 2, man, was like probably to this day still one of my favorite games.
When are we doing the game? Now? All right. We're doing a surprise giveaway. So
What?
we're doing. That's what I was told. This one we have Rook Exodus number 7.
What?
We have Ultimate Invasion number
No,
one, second
no,
print.
no. Claim on the next one.
We have a Sonic.
Claim.
I can't see which issue it is. It's one of the ratios. So pretty cool. And then we got Energon Universe 1 in 10. And I believe this is the X-Men 1 in 100 from Stegman. So whatever.
So
There
you could remove the Sonic one.
The Sonic one is not going to get removed. So this is a giveaway, and let's start it up right now.
Okay, so here we go. What do we hashtag?
Hashtag Comic Legion.
Done. Here we go.
Simple.
Steve, I know you're backstage. You can do it, man. Hashtag Comic Legion. All right.
That was done by the big boss. I didn't even have any say in this.
No,
he just
at
threw
all.
them at me.
Hashtag. Oh no, not like that. I misspelled. Hold on. Let me edit. I forgot the I.
Oh my God, you're embarrassing me.
I'm stop. I'm multitasking tonight and every other night. Okay, we're good. Save. Done. And we could add it back to the show. There you go. All right. So hashtag Comic Legion. We have a giveaway that was very spontaneous. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
That's how we roll, baby.
Yeah.
All spontaneity.
But Sonic the Hedgehog, Tangle and Whisper, issue 0. This one being the Spencer promo giveaway. CGC 98, $200. Moving on. We've got Vampirella Armageddon issue number 9. This is from Megacon. Obviously, Megacon took place this weekend, closed out today, and I had to bring this one to the forefront because if you guys tuned into Covrprice last Tuesday on the New Comic Book Day show, myself, Gabe, and Jeb got to hang out and interview Will Jack, and Will Jack brought some amazing information, broke some news related to a book that was going to be available at Megacon in an ashcan form, and he and Davis Ryder are working on a book that's going to be coming out very soon, so keep an eye out for that. But besides that book, this cover was available at Megacon and already doing numbers on the aftermarket. Vampirella Armageddon number 9. This one was limited to 666 copies. Raw near mint, already selling at $150 on the aftermarket. Very impressive to see what it's going for already, but no surprise, man. I said it when Will Jack was on the show. I said, man, even when you drop books on your website, immediately they sell out. And it was the same thing. He dropped one today. It was this cover, but she's wearing like some black suit or whatever, and sold, just gone.
He's an incredible artist, and I'm not gonna lie, as the kids would say, I would. Straight up. With the blood and everything.
Yeah, dude.
So no, it's he really is one of those dudes that has such a strong following that he's like catnip. As soon as it drops, people go crazy.
Yeah.
And this cover it's mesmerizing.
Cliff. Oh man, crazy. But yeah, dude, it was awesome to have him on, man. And just seeing how much Gabe and Jeb themselves are also enjoying the conversation. All of that, guys, I'm going to pull back the curtain behind the scenes here. We went into that conversation with very minimal information. We just hung out with him, and you could see what a genuinely good, awesome, fun guy he is. It was awesome to chat with him. So I'm happy to see the success that he's having as well. You could see the aftermarket thriving already. This 150, and this is what I saw this morning. I could only imagine once we check maybe tomorrow. Megacon had a lot of books available, but this one's it's standing pretty well above the crowd. Amazing cover.
It is an incredible cover, period. It's just, I still think his I Love New York cover was the greatest one that he's ever done.
Oh, dude.
It was just such a great idea.
It was so good.
Because it was for the New York Comic Con. It made sense. It was cool. It's a t-shirt. It's just so on point. Because I like when the exclusive has something to do with something external. That's why I loved Mark Brooks' exclusive for Wolverine and Deadpool. That was a Disney because it's the first time that the Fox Disney characters are together. The Lion King homage. It's animated. It works on so many levels, right?
Yep.
And that was in New York, but this one is just as as a rendering, as an artist, as a drawing, it's absolutely captivating.
Yeah, it is. But I love seeing this Vampirella Armageddon #9. This one again limited to 666 copies by Will Jack, $150. Before we continue with the market report, guys, make sure to get the hashtag in because I'm about to do the draw. I'm seeing 26 entries out of 27 now out of 61 viewers. So I know we can be better, guys. Let's do it. Come on. Unless you're watching on TV, which I feel bad for all of your families that are watching me as well. Mostly because of this guy. But yeah, man. Make sure to get it in. I'm going to share my screen. And let's see who's taking this one home. Dude, can you show me the bundle again? Hold on. I'm going to put you up. There you go. So everything that he's holding up is what you have a chance to win. You see some awesomeness there. That Ultimate Invasion second print. If you guys are fans of the Ultimate Universe, I'm sure you're going to want to have a copy of that if you don't have one already. That Sonic is not included, just so you guys know. And yeah. So here we go. I'm kidding.
Terry thinks that we should wait till after the market report. I don't know.
Okay. So we'll do that. I'll take it out because now we're getting some more. 29 are there, so we'll continue with the show. He's the boss right now with this giveaway, right? He told you so.
He just walked into the room and threw and handed me a stack of books. I'm like, what are you doing?
Lefteros, bro, he's Clint Eastwood. He's literally that's who he is. He's Clint Eastwood. So okay, we'll keep the hashtag going. Comic Legion. I'll put it back up just so you guys could see it, and don't forget the hashtag. But next book, another one that came out of Megacon, Absolute Wonder Woman issue 17. This one by Eom. Limited to 999 copies. Raw near mint, $77. It was the highest sale recorded so far for this one. I imagine it will continue to pop. It does pull some similarities from the Mark Brooks one. I will say that.
Yeah, except that she has the face choker, which is really cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And the eyes, bro. The eyes are really pop.
And that skull being fluorescent colored, rainbow colored also helps. So, yeah, it's gorgeous. Eom is just killing it, let's be honest.
Yeah, dude, I love this, man. Do you think this or the Brooks is better? That is a hard question, but I
think I gotta go with the Brooks.
Yeah, I love Eom. No disrespect to Eom. I think everybody knows how much I just really like Eom's covers and art, but I think Mark Brooks slapped harder for some reason, man. It's like it hit, bro.
I think that the cool pose of the Brooks, that she's on the wall and everything. I think there's just a little bit of a cooler pose. This is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I think I prefer the Brooks.
When it comes to preference, I'm gonna say Mark Brooks. When it comes to longevity and aftermarket growth, definitely this one's gonna have way more potential simply because it's limited to 999 copies. I know most of you are gonna say that's manufactured scarcity. It is technically, but when it comes to the Mark Brooks, it was available as an open order. And man, let me tell you, everybody was talking about that one. Everybody wanted it. We saw it. It was on everyone's radar, and rightfully so. So I imagine there's going to be a ton more copies of that one out there for everybody to grab. This one, though, she's definitely, TJ's not wrong, man. T. Jones, the cake is there, bro. And let me tell you, I'm a fan of desserts, bro. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, man, love this cover. Moving on, though, from Absolute Wonder Woman 17, we're going to show you guys something really cool, man. This is Marvel Mania Monthly Magazine #2. We go to 1970 with this. It gives us the first preview appearance of Conan the Barbarian. Predates issue #1 of Conan the Barbarian. Now, there's 21 total on the census when it comes to this Marvel Mania magazine. CGC 6.5 sold for $350. Call me crazy, Chia, but I actually think that is a good price, man.
It's an exceptional price.
Right?
Again, who kept these magazines in pristine condition? Nobody. This is insane. And look at the line work on this drawing. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is a great price and a great grab for any Conan fan.
Baker, best sale he found this week. Very cool. I actually messaged him and I'm like, this is totally making the list tonight because like this is really good. I love this. I didn't even know that this predates the issue number one, and I think it's just really cool. If you guys, as you said, are a fan of Conan or not, you don't even care. You just want to have this prior, because it's basically predating that issue number one. This is awesome, man. This is so cool.
It's insane. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. This is a great find. I don't even know where he looks and how he looks to find these. This just, what is he searching? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'll manipulate some warm apple pie, man. That's for sure. that I'm all for. There's one on Heritage this week. Everyone stay away. Okay, Ozzy's got his eyes. I hope you can pick that up, man. That would be amazing.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but $350, man, for a CGC 6.5. I would totally throw my money at this over a lot of books that we've already spoken about so far. Yeah, Roy Thomas goodness right here. Greatness is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, $350. Since we're talking magazines, let's go to Time magazine. This is volume 115, issue 20. 1980s where we're headed. First Darth Vader Time cover appearance. 26 total on the census, with 9.6 being the highest, but an 8.5 sold for $719. Big coin right there for the big man Darth Vader. Some people laugh. Some people laugh when you see Newbie picking up those Pokemon Time magazines, or you see Pacino, or you see Armin, or you see myself. Laugh. We'll see you in a couple of years. Because I really think these are awesome, dude. People love this stuff. Look at that, $719.
This is a slice of history. Like, guys, they don't even publish. Do they even still publish Time magazine?
Yes, they do. Yes, the Pokemon one.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. There you go. But I mean, like, this was a Star Wars character on Time magazine, a serious magazine. It's crazy. This is amazing.
Right? It's so awesome to see, man. Michael Baker sent me this, and Baker's been shaking, bro. Let me tell you, he hit me up, and I was like, man, this is amazing to see. These first appearances on like Time magazines, you wouldn't think they're a thing, but it seems people really do enjoy that. And
I love this. This would be something I'd love to have, 100%.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, dude. Don't even be sorry for being late, man. We appreciate you being here, whether you're on time or.
Gregory, never be sorry. Gregory, make sure to hashtag Comic Legion to enter the giveaway.
Yes, there's a giveaway happening right now. So if you're just joining us, make sure to hit the hashtag in the comment section as is. There you go. He got it in. So the numbers are piling up. I believe as of right now, we're at 38 entries. So we're slowly creeping up there. But yes, Time magazine, volume 115, issue 20. First Darth Vader Time cover, CGC 8.5, $719. Guys, Chuck Norris, I said it at the start of the show. He unfortunately left us. I just think he's living on somewhere else. My mind has yet to accept, right? Because in our minds, Chuck Norris is immortal. Nothing could take Chuck Norris down. But Chuck Norris number one, this one being from 1987. First Chuck Norris solo title, 62 CGC, 9.8 on the census, and a 9.8 just sold for $330. Cover price, a daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date. And it's crazy because I have seen this book over and over again in dollar bins.
Yeah, obviously, this is all sorts of dollar business. But Chuck Norris is literally a slice of when I would grow up. My dad used to love Chuck Norris movies, like Missing in Action, all that stuff. And they were super hyper violent. And Charles Bronson, I used to watch all of this stuff. So there's a special place in my heart for Chuck.
Yeah.
And I remember these cartoons, and there was action figures for this as well. This is before your time, BC. And when he passed a couple of days ago, whatever it was, I went and did like everybody did, the Chuck Norris memes and the jokes. Chuck Norris isn't scared of death, whatever, doesn't come for death. Death doesn't come for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris comes for death, or whatever,
Yeah.
And it reminded me of back then. That was the height of when the internet was fun.
Yep.
It was just a ridiculous Chuck Norris thing that everybody was partaking in, and we all loved it, and we all enjoyed it. And how far we've crumbled on the internet not being the same as a good old Chuck Norris time.
Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups; he pushes the earth down.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
There was so many good ones.
Yeah,
Delta Force. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, Chuck Norris didn't appear on that cover. The cover appeared around him.
That's
right.
exactly right, Bison.
Yep. But man, it is such a big loss. It's crazy how much he was loved, man. And now I'm seeing people posting pictures of like Chuck Norris with like Jackie Chan, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, with Sylvester Stallone, and I'm like, oh boy, like I'm not ready to see any of those other ones go as well. You know what I mean? So
His
big
greatest role, though, his greatest, will always be as the judge in Dodgeball, who helped them be able to go into the sudden death dodgeball. That's where his greatest role when he.
It's so
That's
good.
a good role.
I
Honestly.
think I'm gonna watch Dodgeball immediately
That
after this
movie
show.
is incredible, bro.
Yeah.
When Jason, what's his name again? What's the guy? Oh my God, Bateman. When he goes, that's quite a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out. And he puts his foot up, plays the douchey color commentary guy.
I saw
Incredible, so good.
Yeah, JF, I saw that one, man. It broke me when I read it. But this is interesting. Dan Torre is saying that he's been teaching Taekwondo for 18 years, which he has, guys. Dan Torre, you don't want to mess with. Let me tell you.
Who wants to mess with Dan Torre? You keep saying this. Nobody's intending on messing with Dan.
I'm just putting a PSA in case anyone needs.
It almost seems as if you're trying to psych yourself up to mess with Dan.
I will never mess with Dan.
Because none of us want to mess with Dan. No one. And no, I've never heard somebody say, man, I want to go after Dan. No one.
That's because I value and cherish my life. But yeah, his senior instructor, Grandmaster Shin, helped teach Chuck Norris back in the 70s. And that's amazing, man.
ESPN the Ocho. ESPN 8 the Ocho. That is the greatest.
I love
Kids will never remember that, bro. They don't understand what that means. ESPN the Ocho. It'll go right over their heads.
Chuck Norris, number one, CGC 98, $330. Here we've got Batman 45. Check this out, man. 1948 is where we go. This is the Canadian edition, just so you know. Last Golden Age Christmas cover, CGC 5.5, $700. Cover price daily shaker. Highest sale recorded to date. Now, as you can see on the cover right there, it says published in Canada. This is actually sought out after by collectors because it's the Canadian edition. Now, the other edition, I think, just reads like 52-page, whatever. So that's how you can tell the difference in between the two. And yeah, man, this being a very impressive sale. First appearance of something in a box. Yeah, dude. Justin Timberlake. I love that. But yeah, man, pretty cool, right?
This is a cool book, but a really creepy cover for me for some reason. It spooks me out.
Is it because they don't have legs?
Yes, it really spooks me out. It's almost like I'd be scared to be trapped as a Jack in the Box. No, I don't. So it spooks me out. But this is a wonderful sale, and it's a cool yellow cover. There was a lot of Batman yellow covers, eh?
Yeah,
like a lot. That was big for the Batman back in the day.
Bro, that yellow is something that I appreciate. As you can see, the channel has a lot of yellow. Catches your attention, man. That's
yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, it's great. And the Batman logo, the old school one there, it's cool. It's the whole thing.
I was going black and yellow, but yeah, man. The cover is awesome. Like I said, as you can see there, they're published in Canada. That's how you can tell. Batman 45, 1948 Canadian edition, CGC 5.5, $700. That was the market report. Hang tight. We're about to dive into the hot topics. But before we do, we will do that giveaway. But I want to share something with you guys since I have 70 of you here hanging out. Our brother Gabe over at Lords of the Long Box, Covrprice, you see me rocking with him every single week, and somebody I love dearly has made the decision to get rid of this OA right here, and it's available on Shortbox right now. Now, this auction is going to be ending on April 5th. So if you guys are interested in this, this is a huge moment. I believe it's Invincible issue 63. The whole conquest stuff, what ends up happening with Eve, big moment within the Invincible universe. Now, obviously, if you're familiar, you know what happens later on down the road when it comes to Eve, but it is wild. I messaged Gabe and I said, I can't believe you're selling this, dude. This is a big piece here to part with, and he's made that decision. So I just wanted to put it out there. Now, I believe if I were to check right now where this stands over on Shortbox, you can go and check it out over on the website. We still got quite some time, as you see. It's April 5th is when it's going to be coming to a close. And as it stands right now, dude, $4,550 is where it's at. So you could own this awesome piece if anyone's interested. I again still can't believe Gabe is letting this go. Yeah, it does say what it's issue 63. Okay, I'm not as dumb as I look. So yeah, man. Yeah, you beg to differ. I know you do. Awesome, man. It's just it's crazy. Yeah, dude. I want to get into the original art game, but it's
definitely
it's super expensive. It's super expensive. But guys, tell your friends, let them know, man, that they can own this awesome piece. I respect you, Gabe, for manning up and being able to build up the courage to get rid of this. But yeah, all the best, man. All right, it is time to do the giveaway. Are we ready, boys and gals?
Let's go for it.
The hashtag is Comic Legion. You have 5 more seconds to get that in. We got 41 entries. Let's do the draw in 3, 2, 1. Chia's giving away some awesomeness demanded by Lefteros. Oh yeah, Comic Legion. But didn't he pull this out of your PC? Bison is taking
nice.
this one home. There you go.
$2 you win, Ali.
Big congrats to Bison, man.
Congrats, Bison.
So much to the channel and to the community, man. As I said earlier, I showed you guys the Fantastic Four books. That wasn't even intentional. Like that was amazing.
Yeah, you see, you put it out there, it comes back to you.
Yeah, good karma, man, and I'm happy to see that. So congratulations, Bison, man. You deserve it. And it is time we get into the hot topics, baby. And as I said, there's quite a bit to talk about, especially when it comes to some things going on within the hobby. So yeah, whatnot lawsuit. We're gonna talk Spidey. We're gonna talk so much fun stuff. Chia, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, let's go. All right, boys and gals, it's time for the hot topics. And as I said, you saw, we've got some pretty spicy ones to talk about. And here we go. Now, Frank Miller, I don't know if you guys saw this, is going to be drawing his first ever comic cover for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I am shocked that it took until 2026 for this to happen for Frank. Now,
considering the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are based on the Hand and Frank Miller's Daredevil, yeah.
Right? But this is awesome. I know that, some people will say, Frank, it's time to hang up the pencils. But pretty cool. I'm happy to see that he's had the opportunity to do this before doing so. You know what I mean? And I think this is totally worthy of a pickup. It's going to be available. I think it's dropping this summer, guys, somewhere around the July mark. So you might want to keep an eye out for that over on FOC at some point in the near future. But really cool, man. I saw this. I'm like, hell yeah, I got to put this out there. I want people to see this, man. Frank Miller on TMNT. Fuck yeah, I'm picking this up.
Yeah, this is a match made in heaven, for instance, just because what the historical context of it. Yeah. And it's a pretty decent new Frank cover, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes he's been this is one of the better ones, I guess. It suits the Turtles thing. So, maybe his other figures all look like, now just doing a Turtle one kind of makes sense. But regardless, this is a must grab. I think it's awesome. I think it's a cool news, too.
Yeah. Bison's asking for what series. It's going to be for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I believe it's issue 300. Once they hit the 300 milestone, Frank Miller is going to have that cover there, as you can see to the right-hand side. So, yeah, man, I just thought I would put this out there for you guys, let you know way in advance so that when it does cross FOC, well, you don't hesitate. Just know that it is Frank Miller's first time penciling the Turtles here on a cover. So, really cool. But moving on, we need to talk about this now, because Absolute Batman issue 20, we spoke about 19 on FOC. Guys, I wouldn't even be surprised if we end up seeing these two, because we've got Absolute Two-Face and we've got Absolute Penguin, who are apparently going to be within issue 20. Could we see them in a cameo in issue 19? Who knows? But, man, really cool designs here. Two characters that are huge within, the entire Batman gallery of villains, etc. But the way things are going to work for these characters, man, are really cool. First of all, did you notice the penguin on his back? It kind of has like what Absolute Batman has. Like, it kind of looks like that. Over on
Definitely has a harness of some sort.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what's wild is like, I don't know if you see that what he has, like he uses that as blades. It's got guns, it's stilts, it's everything, dude. Like he's going wild. I love this take on him. I don't know what's going on with the mouth, but I'm intrigued. That goes without saying. Now, Absolute Two-Face. Here's one thing I want to show you guys. Okay, do you remember the Batman animated?
Yeah, of course.
So you remember what Two-Face looked like, right?
Oh no, Snyder officially mentioned it.
He did?
Yeah, it's Dragotta took inspiration from that Two-Face and incorporated the hair. So he made it wherever the hair flies, like whatever the hair covers, is the opposite side is in control at that time.
I didn't know that. See, I was looking at it and I'm like, okay,
he definitely took inspiration from this. Yes.
This is amazing, dude. This is amazing. Yeah. And man, I'm excited to see these two make their way in.
Listen, this is more of what we were saying. They're manga sizing Batman. That's what this is. Dragotta basically said, let's do it. Let's go all in. And this is why the kids are loving it. Both these characters appear in some crazy Japanimation cartoon, and none of us would be shocked, and they'd be called something else. This completely tracks. This is gonna blow people's minds away. This is a must grab. I don't know which one looks cooler. He basically made the Penguin look really cool and be a badass with machine gun Tommy guns attached to his wrists and blades. Like, we thought, only Batman's gonna get the blades that are in his thing and the chest. Look what he's doing here. This is incredible.
Now,
I love this.
I'm sure you guys heard the news out of Megacon, how they said that they've got 50 issues locked in.
And And the week before he said, I want to do over 100. Like he's finishing up everything and only doing Absolute Batman soon.
But that's it, man, and I hope to see this continue to run. Now, it's really exciting out the gate. Of course, now we've hit 20 issues, and we know how many characters are within the Batman world that we can explore here. And we've explored several already. Now going to issue 20, as you can see here with Absolute Two-Face and Penguin. But we've had so many already. You can't help but ask yourself, can we keep that momentum after issue 50? You know what I mean? They got 50 mapped out. I hope that they continue to that 100, dude. And I could see the momentum continuing because there are so many stories that can be told in this world.
You want to tell you something that's going to add on to this cool villain thing? They're already working on new villains completely from scratch just for Absolute Batman.
Wow.
So, and Snyder, every time he'd make a cool new villain in the New 52, everyone seemed to hit. Now, just imagine this. There's going to be villains that are going to be so popular done in Absolute Batman. We're going to get first appearances of those villains in the mainline Batman universe eventually.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be so popular. That's how this in a cross-pollination is going to work. So, it's funny because I like to think of like a lot of times the analogy between this and the Ultimate Universe. The Ultimate Universe did that tried the creative thing where every month was a different month in real life, right?
Yeah.
And then this one, at least in Absolute Batman, has this weird thing that every issue ends on like a surprise cliffhanger note.
Yep.
So it kind of builds on the next one. So that's what you feel like there's constant momentum happening. Everyone ends on like bang, this guy, bang, Alfred, is a villain. Every single one of them just kind of builds on the next thing, and it's almost like it almost hyperventilates. Like it's crazy how it builds on that stuff.
No, it's awesome. Now, we were talking on Friday after we were stuffed to the gills outside, and we were talking at the restaurant about how the difference between DC and Marvel right now when it comes to what Marvel's done with the Ultimate Universe versus the Absolute Universe, and how the Absolute Universe is sticking to its guns and they're continuing to build. In fact, they're like not more than doubling down, bro. They're like quadrupling down, etc. We have so many characters that are coming. Like, dude, the Absolute Green Arrow. We were having that conversation of the character. Crazy, dude. Crazy. And I know a lot of people, including myself, I was like, you mean Absolute Taskmaster? Obviously, we're going to poke fun at it, but man, the level of badass that these characters are just showing, and what we're reading is just amazing. I'm loving everything Absolute. I can't wait to see these two characters make their way. Chi, I feel like you wanted to say something.
No, for me, the only worry, but it kind of may be disproven by this week. We'll see in the coming months, because I think this week we had a banger week for Lobo, Batwoman, and Deathstroke. Were all really big hits, on the market. But the only thing I worry about is, all these characters so much cooler than the mainline characters that it overshadows them. That's the only thing, the only downfall.
Yeah.
But Batman, the regular series by Fraction, sells gangbusters, and it's a great series. So far, so good.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Like I said, as you can see, you see the designs on the left-hand side and like how they're pretty much going to be as characters operate, etc. Leftero said something that I've said a few times tonight when we spoke about Absolute Batman issue 19. But he goes, guys, they may sneak these two into issue 19. So it's on FOC right now. Tread carefully for sure. But you already know you're getting so much stacked within that issue 19 already. If they throw these in there, great. If they don't, still great, because there's a lot more to look forward to anyways with issue 19. But you never know, man. So I'm going to pick up, and I'm not going to miss out making sure to pre-order Absolute Batman issue 19. And rest assured, 20's on the list as well. Speaking of Absolute, though, Absolute Universe crossover in November, and spoilers for Absolute Batman. That is the Martin Simmons cover, by the way, that I was talking about. Crazy. Beautiful is an understatement. Love it so much. But it's going to be kicking off in November, and in Absolute Batman, Harley Quinn is going to be getting an origin. We're going to be naming the actual Batmobile, that big tank, I assume. So we're going to have an actual name. Joker and Bruce meet. So as you can see, the summary states that pretty much what we said, that there's going to be a crossover happening in 2026 of November. Scott Snyder, Dragotta at the helm, which obviously you can't not want to keep these guys involved as long as possible. Harley Quinn's origin story and the naming of the Batmobile are coming in Absolute Batman 19 to 22. So we just spoke about 19. So again, make sure to be keeping a close eye on the upcoming issues. First meeting between Absolute Batman and Absolute Joker teased with major Gotham events ahead. New villains, Robin twists, and a tragic loss shake up Gotham in the upcoming Absolute Batman story arc. Those are some of the things we already highlighted as we were discussing in the last topic about the new villains, right? You were just talking about that, and so much more here, as you could see.
Everything. Well, we just kind of discussed a lot of this stuff like in the last slide, but the crossover, I can't imagine what it could possibly be. Like, are they going to go after Darkseid immediately? Are we going to have that kind of story? It can be, right? And the Robin twist, I remember hearing them say that one of the Robins is a true believer, like OG, raised by Joker and believes in the Joker no matter what. So does that mean the other ones revolt against him?
I don't know. Well, we're gonna have to see.
Does Bruce get some of the Robins and one stays? Does that become a different Robin? Does that become a Red Hood? Like, is it Dick? Is it who takes off? Because I think
Yeah,
I remember reading Dick doesn't like Bruce. He hates him. The Absolute Justice League has already been announced to Ozzy. It's
yeah,
the villains.
it is. It's the bad guys. It's the villains,
The whole
and
universe is upside down.
exactly. So I don't know if they would. We were actually poking fun at that on Friday, saying, "What are they going to call themselves? Like the Absolute Justice League of America? Like if they were to form."
The
Uh,
the thing about that universe, from what I've read, it's because it's based on Darkseid and that chaos energy of Darkseid and that evil energy. Everything evil is actually the status quo. So it would track that the evil characters would be considered the justice ones. You
yeah,
know? So, like, I don't. I think I've mentioned here before too. I think a lot of what resonates with people here is in these books is the feeling that their world is being controlled by an unseen, evil, malicious entity or group, and that really resonates with how people feel in the world today, with the lack of control we have, and how people that are making decisions that affect all our lives without us having any ownership of those things. And I
mhm,
think the Absolute Universe really goes in that vein and mines that, and that's why it works so well, and
yeah,
that's why the irony of the worst human beings in the planet, Joker, which sucks the life out of babies, is part of the Justice League, because that's how we feel now as a society, that the good people are no longer in control of the justice.
yeah.
And that's what's hitting, and that's what he's reflecting, and he's doing it in such a creatively good way that we're all going along with it on the surface level, but there's a subconscious level that it's hitting us as well.
Yeah. No, exactly. And it's funny because again, some of the conversations we were having on Friday are being said here within the chat via your Lefteros. But yeah, I like this. I think the crossover is going to be something regarding a major plan of the Justice League, or maybe will have to do with Green Lantern and the Black Stars. That seems to be a pretty major threat at the moment. So
That's good
um,
call. I
yeah,
like Evil's comics when he's talking about how the Court of Owls are the good guys. Yeah, that's exactly what I was alluding to, kind of thing. Yeah, that's good addition.
yeah. Now, Lefteros is talking about Lex Luthor in the chat. I'm sure you guys can see his comment there, but that's one thing that we were talking about again. I believe it was within issue 16 where we saw some of this, the epilogue story here related to Lex Luthor, and what ends up happening is he's watched his entire family, literally everybody he's loved, be killed in front of him. So I guess you could kind of say like Supergirl, right, where the whole planet goes to shits. But when that scene happens in the story in Absolute Superman 16, which I think is a very important issue when it comes to Lex Luthor, it's exactly what Lefteros is saying, is that Lex and Supes are going to be after Brainiac after what happened in that epilogue. So seeing those two line up together in the Absolute Universe, I could see him being the anti-hero, kind of, I want to say Punisher-esque, where he wants to fucking get Brainiac and doesn't care who's in his way.
Yeah,
I could totally see that playing out when it comes to Lex Luthor. So can't wait, dude. Big stuff, big stuff. But anyways, just wanted to share this information with you guys. I don't know if you saw this, man. Whatnot is facing legal challenges over card breaking practices. Yes, that is what's going on now. 15 arbitration complaints have been filed against Whatnot over the last few days. Impact could rattle the industry. So what's going on here is obviously gambling allegations. The primary claims allege that the randomized box breaks and repacks, where users buy slots for a chance at high value items, are illegal lotteries. The suits argue Whatnot is an unregulated online casino exploiting users. So as you can see, there's obviously other things here. One thing that was interesting to see was the shill bidding concerns. So that is something that I mean, we've all called out a few times when we see things as such. And I could tell you, I think we even know firsthand some people that are stupid enough to do that. But Whatnot's terms, like many tech companies, Whatnot's terms of service require users to resolve disputes via private arbitration rather than public court. So the card breaking stuff, even the packs, dude, like these pack breaks, etc., all fall into this category, and it is something that can be bad for Whatnot if this doesn't go in their favor. Now, as we continue with the story, you have the attorney here saying that our cases focus on Whatnot allegedly running an illegal casino without the safeguard that regulated casinos are required to have. We believe consumers are at risk of unfair and fraudulent activities, as well as addiction issues without the proper guardrails. Now, I hate to say it, but these are things that we have seen. We've even seen some fraudulent covers of Absolute Batman being sold, fake signatures. We've seen so much shit already on Whatnot. I mean, there's that side that unfortunately does exist. Now, Whatnot's a wonderful platform. That goes without saying. If it's used properly, I don't see any issues with it. The gambling thing seems to be the main focus here, but Whatnot came out saying that they absolutely reject the characterization in this complaint. Gambling isn't allowed on Whatnot, and we strictly enforce this policy. So obviously it's kind of like they're coming out saying we don't want to be called a gambling platform. That's not what we're here for. It's not a casino, right? But Whatnot is a commerce platform built to support small businesses, connecting them with buyers who purchase products they love, etc. Card breaks are a long-standing format in collecting, yada yada yada. You know what they're saying here. This is not what they stand for at all, and nor do they want to be represented as. So, Chia, I don't know. What do you think of this entire situation?
Okay, listen, the concept of buying a slot, fourth card or whatever, and breaking it and seeing it, man, I got no problem with that. That's part of the fun. I've always felt like for opening cards and everything, it's, yeah, sure, it's, you probably consider a little bit like gambling, but I don't think it's malicious in that sense. Where it starts getting creepy and terrible is when people, I heard crazy stuff as doing the pack breaks, nailing a great card or something, and then canceling the transaction. Like a lot of people are doing that stuff. So when they're hitting, they're canceling the transaction, things like that. Now that kind of stuff is just, that's nothing to do with Whatnot. That just has to do with the fact that the guy's a shitty dealer and an asshole. You know what I mean? Like those kind of behavior could be on any platform, could be on eBay, could be on anything. Those guys are just bad dudes, you know? Yeah. And there's Whatnot taking the brunt because a lot of people are on that now. I think one of the big things that we as a people do, as shoppers should do, is there are levers in place to either you call out and speak to Whatnot about it, you know, and also give these places bad reviews.
Yeah.
To warn other customers. If you've experienced this in the card game or even in the comic game, speak up. You know, a lot of these people who are criminals, who are seedy, they rely on the people that they abuse to be quiet. To just say, it's just another asshole, and not rat them out. That's what they rely on. They rely on no one sharing their story because anonymity gives them the power to do it, keep doing it.
Absolutely. You're not wrong, dude. And as you know,
that's what is the most important.
Yeah.
As far as the other thing about being held accountable, I know for a fact that there's plenty of people who are not being busted for these kind of added things. So the case isn't out of whack. This is up to Whatnot to start monitoring these things. With algorithms. Listen, you could figure this out with an algorithm and with figuring this out to crack down on people who shill bid, people who bid on, who cancel people's transactions consistently, you could figure it out. There's a threshold that once you're passing, that you realize. There's IP matching if the people are still bidding in the same area. There's things you could do and figure out to crack down on that. But as far as what we can do, don't frequent these people, no matter how great the cards that they're showing you are in the ad, whatever, right?
Yeah,
And
no, for sure.
Review and expose them. Shine a light on these people.
Absolutely, man. It sucks, that Whatnot is gonna be getting this, situation now thrown their way. But it's exactly what you said, man. There's a lot of these shady people on the platform that are doing some wild stuff. Like I brought up the concept of fake signatures, concept of even fake comic books, people getting fake books, the weighing the packs thing, man. And not only within cards, somebody in the chat here brought up the fact with blind bags and when it comes to comics, bro. I'm gonna be very transparent with you. When I met with Mark Spears over on Covrprice, he joined us for the top 10, and I congratulated him regarding the blind bags and its success. But I did tell him after the show, I said, Mark, there are people out there because of the foils, right? People are weighing the fucking bags, man, and that's what sucks. It's gonna leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths because you have shops, Whatnot sellers, etc., weighing packs because they just want to make sure they get that foil, if it's whatever, a chase or whatever it may be, even though the chase was actually the golden ticket. But these are things that happen, and unfortunately I do agree with you, Chia. These are the type of people that need to be shaken down, you know what I mean, like immediately fucking banned. But the thing is, all it takes is for them to get shut down, and they're gonna come to the next person and be like, here, let's open an account and we're gonna sell over here, you know what I mean? Sure, I have to give my identification to have my account. I got shut down. All right, Chia, let's open one under your name and we'll sell on yours. You know what I mean? It's gonna continue no matter what. There's always a way around that shit.
Yeah, because there are some people who their first thinking is, how am I going to scam the system?
Exactly.
Because they're incompetent at anything else to do it properly. They're always going to look for the scam first. There's going to be people about that. That's just the reality. We can't. That's in every business, not just Whatnot. In everything we do in life, whether it's a plumber, a mechanic, a plastic surgeon, a lawyer, there's always people who think by default is, I'd rather do the easy way, the quicker way, the scam way, or not. A telemarketer who robbed old ladies, whatever it is, it's always going to be like that. That's how they're wired, these people. So it has something to do with Whatnot as a platform. These are people who just went there because they have easy access to people that they could sell to from an anonymous place. That's all it is.
Exactly. A lot of people, there's people like that have to ruin the fun for everybody. Whatnot is worth $11.5 billion.
That's crazy.
Just to give you an idea, that's what it's worth. And having all this nonsense take place, these are a lot of things that some of you in the chat are bringing up that are real, man. Shenanigans like people repacking. I could literally take this right now, reseal it, and let's do a live break. And I know
Eric's
exactly.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I had heard people would had pre-opened blind bag comics on top and acted as if they were slicing it afterwards. So they had seen the top, right? They had kept it closed, and they would offer to sell it, and then they would pull out and then they would slice it and pretend that they didn't know what it was inside. Anyways, that happens, and again, there's always people who try to do shenanigans. It's up to two things. Us as a customer, whenever we feel this way, warn others. Vocal about it, not just talk to our 10 friends.
Yeah.
And as Whatnot has to be more vigilant with it. They just cannot wait till these stories pop up to start cracking down. They got to be preemptively there because they have to always assume X% of the people using it are going to try to scam. That's how it works. They have to assume that's the case. They can't assume people are not. We'd love to have that. Listen, I won't lie to you. We sell on Whatnot very often.
Yeah.
We've met incredible people on Whatnot. One of the reasons why I feel, have generated a nice and loyal following is because we try to treat people with respect, and we don't do shenanigans.
No,
That's
no,
the truth.
you don't. You guys,
Bro, you people are opening up turtles blind bags, and they're getting the 1 in 100, the Raza, and the other thing in subsequent orders. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like, so people feel the trust, and we've earned their trust, and they trust us, and that's what it is. I think a lot of times, because also the other skeevy people around us have elevated the way a little bit, maybe how how people perceive us. Because in this place, like you said, there's plenty of people who are repackaging packs, man.
yeah,
Like,
weighing them.
Small time thinking to open a pack of cards, take the chase, and then repackage it. Because at the end of the day, you want the user to win on the card. If you're intending on this to be a long-term business that you have, the more times your user on your stream wins, the more times Pavlovian behavior psychology level he'll be attached to come back to your stream because he's benefited from your stream. Yep. Like, it's counterproductive to your long-term growth if you keep trying to scam the customers you're trying to win over.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Such short-term thinking.
It's wild, but I'm definitely going to keep a close eye to see how this is all going to play out when it comes to whatnot. And, like I said, unfortunately, there is a case here because a lot of these things do happen that we were just running through.
Sorry. Strikemore mentioned full box. I heard there's a way in cards that you can x-ray the whole box and see if there's magnetic chase in there.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I heard crazy stuff. Like,
absolutely terrible. But it is getting close to, well, we're at the 2-hour mark, so I definitely want to get to some of the big stuff that dropped within the weekend. Of course, that is the Spider-Man trailer. So let's get into that, Chia. I know you're excited for this. I'm very excited. Spider-Man trailer dropped this week, and man, it broke records, bro. It surpassed the GTA 6 trailer launch, which was like, I think 300 or 400 and something million. Dude, in 12 hours it surpassed that. It's at like 700 and something million views within 24 hours. Craziness. What a trailer. So much to break down when it comes to this. I don't even know where to start, bro. But yeah, the excitement is totally there when it comes to this movie dropping. MCU spec is back as well, because a lot of those books and characters started to pop. It's crazy.
Listen, I saw a statistic that a while ago, that, and I'm not talking within comics alone, okay? Because I don't want people talking about the top selling book. Spider-Man is the biggest IP in the world now. It's not even, there's no close second. No Turtles, nothing comes close afterwards. And you could see by this trailer, it has cross appeal. It's everywhere. I remember, I mean, obviously Batman would be number 2, I believe, and I think Superman is 3. Yes, we're definitely getting Jean Grey. It has to be. There's no way she'd be announced for Secret Wars if she's not the Jean Grey. That's going to be it.
Jean Grey, yeah.
So the thing about it is, with Batman, the last the trilogy and the last movie were not really 4-quadrant movies. You're not going to take your son to watch The Batman, Gerlando.
No.
You're going to take him to watch No Way Home.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
They don't want the toys of the Batman. And by the way, the Batman's a masterpiece. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not in any way. The Penguin is basically Breaking Bad in the comic industry. It's maybe the greatest television program of all time for comic industry, but it's not, doesn't have cross appeal, right? So what Spider-Man did, it's captured that. I also think, and I know that older people like myself don't want to hear this, but Zendaya is really, really popular with the younger set. And there's a lot of people who love Zendaya and Tom Holland. So all those younger set, the Spider-Man movie appeals to them the way Taylor Swift appeals to them. Like you have people spending thousands of dollars on a Taylor Swift ticket. That's what they do now with Zendaya, they love Zendaya, and they ship, as they call them, Zendaya and Tom. So there's
Yeah.
a whole group of younger people who ship these two characters, these two human beings who fell in love with each other, and they just happen to be in the biggest IP in the world, right? So all that stuff has made a furor, and then you incorporate how big No Way Home was and how much of a pop. Dude, No Way Home was the thing that gave everyone joy during the pandemic. Do you remember? Like,
Yep.
it saved theaters. You went in and you were happy leaving there, you know?
Yep.
So, and we're getting Punisher in there, Spider-Man in the streets, miserable Peter. Everybody loves Peter to be miserable. We're sadists that way. I think this trailer was outstanding. And then it was also made by Destin Daniel Cretton, whose supposedly son's first words were Spider-Man. He's that big of a Spider-Man fan. Like, I mean, this may be peak Spider-Man movie, by the way, guys. This may be peak Spider-Man movie.
I think so as well. So fans made out this note. Since we're talking the trailer, I'm going to play it in the background. We'll go through it bit by bit. But fans actually made out this note in which he writes to MJ to himself, right? Obviously, she doesn't read it. She's never seen it, but he's keeping that one too close to the chest.
Yet.
After No Way Home, he's pretty much a ghost, right? Like nobody knows him. And one thing that we were talking about is how MJ, if you watch throughout the trailer at some point, she's very intrigued, and like you know her character already within the first 3 films. She is, when she has her mind on something, she's 110% in, right? Spider-Man is still in here. She remembers Spider-Man, doesn't remember Peter Parker.
Yes, she remembered. I never even realized it until watching this trailer. All the memories of her swinging with Peter with Spider-Man, she remembers all those moments.
Yeah.
So she's saying, why do I have a connection to Spider-Man? Why does he care about me? What's happening here? What's the connection? Why can't I remember? So that's why you could see in the background, there's she has a whole montage of Spider-Man photos. She's trying to figure out what her connection to Spider-Man is.
Yeah. Now we see Spider-Man receiving the key to the city. Could this be the key to much more? Probably.
to her heart, to his heart. I saw a theory online that, because you see in the next scene that he's in his house holding the key like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that she's gonna find the key.
So yeah, she's zoned in on him getting that, and you see him right here holding the key.
Yeah.
One, I love the fact that it's kind of like a throwback to the moment in which Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man ended up getting the key, and then I think he ended up kissing what's her name? Was it Gwen Stacy?
Gwen Stacy, yeah.
Yeah, he ends up kissing her, and MJ's all mad. Then Harry talks to her, but yeah, it kind of felt like a throwback to that, right? When you're watching this trailer, but here's Peter holding the key within the apartment, which I think is gonna probably be a dead giveaway at some point, maybe within the film. One of the theories that you were bouncing off of me, which I thought made a lot of sense, is you see MJ studying, trying to figure out who Spider-Man is, and could that be where maybe she does learn by the end of this film that it is him, but she kind of keeps it secret that she knows.
Listen, again, I'm pretty sure in the comics, MJ knew that Peter was Spider-Man before Peter opened up and told her. She had figured it out. So what I'm thinking is they want to do that will they, won't they kind of thing, because you don't want them to be together right away, because you want Peter to be kind of miserable, right?
Yeah.
But you have to resolve the letter story that they're putting in the trailer and her figuring it out. So I think she ends up figuring it out. And maybe even after she figures out, he's Peter and Spider-Man, well, what's my connection to him? Maybe she asks Jean Grey as one last favor, give me the memories back, whatever it is, right? But I think she either chooses not to tell him because she's maybe scared that whatever he did to save the universe will be unraveled and that may destroy the universe, or she realizes Peter needs to be Spider-Man because the world needs Spider-Man and she can't be selfish and distract him, and and I assume that opens up the door to have other Peter shenanigans, a Black Cat, a Gwen Stacy, but they're still in their sphere of influence, right? And they're always pining for each other, but they're not together until he becomes Venom, or Venom comes and tortures her, and then Spider-Man saves her, and then ends the third one with MJ, and then yada yada yada. Have to do a third trilogy afterwards.
Now,
I think Black Cat Dan mentioned, I think she comes in the next one when he has the black costume. I think that would make sense.
Yeah,
she's a badass character. He's going to be more badass. I think the 5 is going to be FF and Black Cat is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I like the fact that Evil's Comics is saying that the Jackal is the main villain. Don't forget, there's still Tombstone as well, who is at play, but we end up seeing Frank Castle, and everyone's excited to be seeing him because of the fact that, we saw him within Daredevil, and now seeing him here with Spider-Man, we know we're in for a good time. But Frank Castle's character within this film, I feel like, is going to have way more importance than we're actually anticipating here when it comes to the story and how it's going to play out. But
he looks so good as Punisher.
Dude, John Bernthal is perfect.
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I love it. But moving on, though, this is the part I was talking about here. You can see, like, within the apartment, we have people here speculating that this is probably going to be Paul. I'm seeing people saying this might even be Harry Osborn from this universe, but I would kind of hope that's not the case. Reason being is because we've not had any Osborns within this world at all. So I kind of feel like something here is happening also with Ned. Maybe throughout the story, you got to remember that Peter Parker pretty much anchored Ned, right? Within the first 3 films, that was his best friend and everything. Where now that Peter Parker is not in Ned's life, maybe this is where he starts to take a villainous turn. Not because of MJ hooking up or whatever, but I just feel like the foreshadowing. I went back to watch No Way Home after the trailer dropped. And even within the scene where they're in the lab and you have the 3 Spider-Men there, and he's telling him, I will never stab you in the back type thing. He's actually, did you ever pay attention to what he was wearing?
No, you told me, I think it was orange and blue, right?
He was in the Hobgoblin colors when he was saying that, dude. And I'm pretty sure Marvel doesn't do these things unintentionally, man. When you look at what he's wearing here, you even see it, right? It's got some Hobgoblin colors there going.
Look, I'm a big, massive fan of the Hobgoblin, and I know people are going to tell you that the Ned Leeds isn't actually the Hobgoblin; it was other people. But it's still cooler that it's going to be Ned Leeds. So maybe they did. I still heard some rumors that they want to do the Osborns, and that Steve from Stranger Things is the top candidate to be Harry Osborn. So I mean, he would kind of suit it. He's young, he's. I think this character, this poor schmuck, he's dating a girl who has a montage of Spider-Man in her room.
Yeah,
like, bro. Like, you already lost.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, the girl's making a collage, bro. Like, if anybody came to my sister and tried to dethrone C. Thomas Howell back in the 80s, they were done. There's no chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter who she was dating at back in the day. So I think this poor schmuck, I think he's a one-off, but I do think that they're going to create a characters like an Empire State University for Peter to be around.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, do we see like MJ and Ned maybe leave his life after this, and we have a whole different cast in Empire State University for a while with like Gwen and all them?
Yeah, who
and
knows?
Then they come back in another trilogy? Who knows? Or in the third part? Who knows?
No idea. But this scene here reminded me a lot of the first time I saw Marissa Tomei in The Wrestler. If you guys watched that, Aunt May was in that one, and I looked exactly like this for the first time around. But Peter is now organically webbing and mutating, as we would obviously say. Things are changing.
Are we sure, though? Can I just say something? Are we sure this isn't some sort of dream sequence that Jean Grey is doing? And this is why I'm asking that. Why is his webbing dissolving so quickly? His webbing lasts hours.
That I'm not too sure. I mean, maybe he's been there for quite some time, right? He blocked out.
100%.
He could have
I've
blacked out and been there forever, and things are starting to change. But the thing is, now you see him go up to Bruce Banner, who is teaching at this school,
yeah.
and clearly, you know, when it comes to what's happening with Peter Parker and now mutating, I guess, who better than not just Bruce Banner, but Kurt Connors? I feel like we're missing Kurt in this, and
Yeah,
maybe
that
we'll see him.
everybody thought who's that cool black actor with the voice that he's the Jackal, but a lot of people are saying that that could be the Lizard. They can have an ongoing version of him in there, and as a Lizard. I do think the Jackal may make. Some people said MJ's boyfriend is actually the Jackal, and it's Miles Warren, because and MJ replaces Gwen as in the storyline. And I'll explain why. Because theoretically, the Jackal storyline of an 80-year-old scientist or whatever, 60-year-old scientist trying to hook up with Gwen Stacy, who was a 19-year-old, is kind of problematic in this modern day, right?
Yeah.
So now, if it was a younger scientist, more like 24, 25, obsessed with cloning and genetics, and that's Miles Warren, and he's close to MJ, and he figures out Peter, right? They would basically give the Gwen Stacy storyline to MJ.
Yes.
And that would make sense how she may be in danger and Peter's already involved in that situation.
When Peter approaches him here, and you could see in his face, kind of like, what did you say your name was? It was kind of like he kind of remembered, but didn't fully remember.
Yeah, I love that. It's definitely that, 100%.
And the theory that we've been kicking around between us is that maybe it's because Bruce Banner, obviously, the spell worked on him, and he doesn't remember him, but Hulk does.
100%.
And that totally would make sense. And, given the rumors of the story of what may play out, I could see that being a thing here. So that's why I threw the captions back on. But again, we go back to seeing now that he's pretty much mutating, and things are changing for him. He's still very, very miserable, of course. But here's the next scene that I wanted to show you. Hold on. Do you think this is the Department of Damage Control? And
Yes.
now people are theorizing that this is most likely Sadie Sink and
Yes.
playing Jean Grey.
Yes.
I could totally see this being the case. Maybe she was captured by Damage Control and now getting out of there.
The character Trammell plays, watch Severance, everybody, he's incredible in it, is basically from the comics, whose only real claim to fame is, yes, 100%. Of course, she's cloning. That's why there's an old lady in the tank. She's controlling everybody to escape. Great call, Sanju. The only claim to fame for Trammell's character in the comics is kidnapping Jean Grey.
Yeah.
In the book from 1999, Children of the Atom. So basically, he kidnaps Jean Grey, and there's rumors that she's also kidnapped Cyclops. So it's actually pretty ingenious to introduce the younger faring X-Men in a Spider-Man story. Because that's, if you want to catapult, this is the way you introduce Spider-Man in a Captain America Civil War story.
Yep.
And Black Panther.
Exactly.
That's connective tissue and unique connective tissue. So
yep.
I think it's definite that, and I think it's definitely that she's controlling the girl in the tank as well.
Yeah. So you see Scorpion is making his return as well. Lots of villains going to be within this one.
I think she's also controlling the Scorpion.
You saw that little still right there, right? You got MJ with Spider-Man. I hate the fact that like Zendaya is actually fucking taller than him. For some reason bothers me.
That's a good 3-4 inches, eh?
It's terrible.
But you gotta respect the fact that he doesn't give a F and he just basically stands there, doesn't ask for stilts.
Yeah, the AF-15 and the cover throwbacks that they promised us. Well, we got them. We got some of them within the trailer. I love this so much. Obviously, this one right here. We've got Tarantula right there. The hand is going to be in this. Yeah, that shot is just pure masterpiece. But here. So we all agree. Man Spider is what's going to be happening here. And if you recall, we
I
go
don't
back
agree
to
with that.
we go back to the '90s cartoon, bro. When Peter Parker becomes Man Spider, dude, Punisher's there. So it's just
Yeah.
ironic that he's in this film.
I don't think we're gonna ever see Peter with 6 arms.
I don't know, man. I think we could
No,
see.
I think you need. I'm telling you, there's no Peter with 6 arms.
I think he's gonna completely go that route, bro.
No
And
way.
this is gonna be part of the big story here when it comes to why is Hulk in here, bro?
Why? What do you mean? Why Hulk in there? I don't understand.
Hulk's in the film. Jean Grey's in the film. I think there's a lot happening here. You got Punisher in here. I think they explored the Man Spider thing for a bit.
I don't think. I think the only exploration would be like the eyes and organic webbing, which I still not sure. I don't know why you'd go with organic webbing. I don't prefer it over the physical, over mechanical. I hope they don't keep it going, but they may, because a lot of people actually like the organic webbing. Like it went back from people hating it to liking it to hating it. It's weird. Um, so no, I don't think. Um, I don't think they're gonna go 6 arms. We'll see.
Well, maybe, and if they don't, I'm sure still this falls into the Man Spider.
Yeah, it definitely
story.
has a vibe, and I think if you look closely, there's a woman in the pupils.
Yeah. Now this shot is the shot everyone's talking about. How we've been duped once, and they're not going to do it to us again. Within the No Way Home trailer, we only saw one Spider-Man jumping towards Lizard, Electro, and everybody, but not the case. We ended up seeing 3 Spider-Man. So people are here saying that Daredevil is probably in this as well, jumping towards the hand. Makes perfect sense given the history. But yeah, again,
How many characters can we possibly have, guys? Isn't Punisher, Hulk, Jean,
I
Jackal,
think the
the
Daredevil
Hand
thing makes sense.
enough? Oh yeah, of course, Daredevil, Punisher, and Spider-Man make perfect romance sense in the comic romance. Okay, I just think that it's okay that we don't have Daredevil too. They may just be erasing Jean Grey and Punisher from this scene and Hulk. What if the people that are jumping with him is Hulk and Jean Grey? That could be the people who are jumping. That's still a pretty awesome scene.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what
for
I'm trying
sure.
like? I'm more curious in how do these Tombstone, Hand, Scorpion, and Damage Control, how does and perhaps Miles Warren, how do they all mix together in a plot line? That's what I'm concerned and more not concerned in thinking about more than anything.
I think Jean Grey, you got to remember with her powers, like when Peter Parker is going to become Man Spider, she's gonna ground him. You understand, mentally, she's gonna connect with him mentally.
He's not going to be full feral, guys. I'm telling you, it's not happening.
Has to happen, dude.
It's not. Okay, we'll see.
Again, these are just theories, but again, great shot, and people believing there's a lot more than just.
Oh yeah, listen, new rock stars, everybody's coming out with videos like it's guaranteed Daredevil's in it. This just seems a little bit like when people were saying in WandaVision, oh, the professor that Captain Marvel's talking about is Reed Richards. And I'm like, guys, everybody calm down. They're not going to just announce Reed Richards in a random WandaVision show without proper casting beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, I think we have a lot as is.
We'll see.
And I don't think all the villains are going to be. I think there's going to be a big montage of what Spider-Man's been doing for 4 years, and we're going to see a lot of those villains, let's say Tarantula and like Boomerang, not in the plot line. They're going to be like in a credit sequence, like an FF kind of thing.
I get the feeling that Tombstone is going to be the one who behind the Hand, because we've not seen him within the trailer.
Very possible. He might be organizing with the Hand, using the Hand to make a play for something, for sure. I'm just saying that those 2-bit criminals, those Tarantula and Boomerangs, I think are just part of a montage. There's no even scenes with them in any coherent movie function. I think Scorpion ends up with the symbiote suit and fights Peter with the symbiote suit in this one.
Yeah, it's Again, very possible. Now, as you can see here, I don't know if those pictures are taken by Mary Jane herself, but she might be after Peter's job there in the background. You can see some amazing photos in the back, and clearly she's studying. I'm assuming this is her apartment, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here with Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's really cool. By the way, I think if the Miles Warren is there and it's that kid, I wouldn't be surprised if he had kind of recommended them to move in next to Peter because he knows something.
Could be.
Not that he knows that they had a connection, just that Peter, he wants to get closer to Peter because he figured out he's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, could be.
So, yeah, but that's definitely her montage. She's tracking him, and he's clocked the fact that, oh shit, she moved in next to me, and she wants to figure out who I am. This is weird.
Yeah. I think the whole man spider thing, like, you got to remember that Peter Parker's life now is just being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's going to weigh on him. And this is probably what's causing the mutation. Like, something is triggering something within him where all of that is happening. And I don't know, man. I foresee a lot of stuff. We're going to see changes to the Hulk, man. There's rumors that Hulk's going to be Gray Hulk as well. Is it because is it because of Peter? Is it because of Jean? Where something's gonna happen
But if it's Grey Hulk, I want it to be Mr. Fix-It Grey Hulk. I don't know if you guys remember what Grey Hulk Mr. Fix-It was. He was just the biggest total asshole you've ever seen.
Yeah.
He was Hulk, but an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, he was fucking enormous.
I do think with everything that is going on with this film, as you can see, man, that's pretty much the trailer. You see them here in the apartment, which I strongly believe MJ will find out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man and most likely going to hide it from him. I think that's a big possibility. But when it comes to the post-credit scene guesses, I'm going to say that there's so much happening within this film. We cannot forget that that piece of symbiote is still within the MCU. And I think that will probably be the post-credit scene.
No, I don't think. I think if we see the symbiote, it's going to be on Scorpion. I think there's going to be 2 post-credit scenes. And I think one of them is going to be Doomsday related.
Yeah. Who knows? We'll see. But,
I think Tony comes to Peter.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be huge.
Well, Victor comes to Peter.
Yeah, Victor, not Tony.
Well, it's the only project before Doomsday. You want to get people jacked up for Doomsday.
Yeah.
Peter at his lowest point, all alone. A dude that looks like Tony Stark comes to see him. But cancel that, because rumor is Tony doesn't reveal his face, or Victor doesn't reveal his face to anybody in Doomsday either, till the end. None of the characters know that he looks like Tony at all. Only the audience knows. So maybe he doesn't reveal it to Peter either. I don't know. So maybe you're right.
Could be. Well, I guess we'll have to see. But hold on. Just want to put this here for you guys before we say goodnight, man. Guys, you thought I was playing.
My brother just wrote rest in peace, Peter David. Did we lose him?
Hold on. Boom. This is the scene. You already know.
Guys, this chick I was a day 1 with her, bro. From Different World. You guys don't even remember Different World. She was in season 1 of Different World, and I'm like, who is this goddess?
Yep. Now, I can't show you the rest because, we might get this channel taken down. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We had a very lengthy breakdown at the end. It went longer than I thought we would, but I'm also not surprised. Guys, Comic Legion turned 2 years old. CHIAPET turned 50. It was a week of celebrations on this side of town. Comic Legion showing up, doing a giveaway. Thank you for doing that, man. You and Lefteros didn't need to do that.
No, man, the boss just walked in, handed me a stack of comics. I'm like, I can't read them now. I'm on air. He's like, these are a giveaway.
That's awesome, man. This is pure craziness. But tonight, you obviously kicked it with me, and I really appreciate you doing that. But tomorrow night, of course, you're gonna be busy again. What are you doing tomorrow?
This right here, baby. Look at that great that cover is. All these Invincible covers have been great. First 3 episodes of Invincible have been great. And the Comic Legion New Comic Book Day sale is always great. So tune in tomorrow on YouTube at 7 p.m., guys. You will not regret it. Banger after banger. All killer, no filler.
That's right, baby. I love that you did that entire promo for me. That was amazing. But yeah, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget, as he said, go check them out. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern time, immediately after Comic Legion is done, come hang out with us over at Covrprice. We're going live 9 p.m. Eastern time with the Top 10 show. And then on Tuesday with the new Comic Book Day show. And the rest of the week has the shows as well. Comics covered on Wednesday at 9. Thursday, we've got the Shakers. The whole crew is going to be there, so make sure to tune in. We appreciate you guys. Chat, I saw every single one of you. Love you guys. You always show up. You always rock out with us. It was so nice to meet everybody in person. Well, those who were there on Friday night. And it was a simple reminder of how much I need to make the effort, not just to go out with you guys, but I really want to hang out with everybody that I've come to meet here in this chat and over on the show, etc. So any chance I get, man, if you guys are going to cons or anything, man, definitely let me know, man. I'm thinking of hitting up Heroes Con in Connecticut this year. So that's one of them. New York is on the list. Fan Expo is on the list in Toronto. So yeah, man, there's a few of them. Hopefully that we can hit up. So if you guys want to meet up, grab a bite, mostly beer or any type of booze. That's the way to my heart. Yeah, let me know, man. Let's hang out. Thank you, guys. We love you. Have a good night.
Later, guys. This was fun.
Oh yeah,
as usual. Even though Orlando, yeah, whatever. Bye.
Shut up. Peace. Adios.
Chia.